to spur local economic activities at the district level. Mr. Speaker, in view of that, every district assembly will receive a minimum of 25 million Ghana cedis this year. A minimum of 25 million Ghana cedis this year. Mr. Speaker, our resource extends beyond mere release of funds. We have taken decisive steps to ensure that these resources are utilized in line with government economic objectives.
Let us pray. Almighty God, we humbly beseech thee to look with favor upon this Parliament of the Republic of Ghana. Grant that it may perform its high duty as in thy sight. Give divine guidance to the President of the Republic. Endow members of Parliament and ministers of state with discernment and vision, integrity and courage, that through the labors of government, this land and people may be well and truly served, and our good purposes for the common human life be realized in our midst. Amen. O God, grant us a vision of our country, fair as it might be, a country of righteousness, where none shall wrong his neighbor, a country of plenty, where evil and poverty shall be done away with, a country of brotherhood, where all success shall be founded on service, and honor shall be given to the deserving, a country of peace, where government shall rest on the will of the people and the love for the common good. Bless the efforts of those who struggle to make this vision a living reality. Inspire our people that they may give time, thoughts, and sacrifice to speed the day of the coming beauty of Ghana and Africa. Amen.
Aita Bobo is my name. To whom it may concern. I am black, but not proud. A foreigner in my own land. I am endowed with gold, but always go for loan. I am very religious, pray without season, but can't make a Caesar. I am forbidden to use even the herbs given by nature. I import rice, fish, stone, water, dross. That's my nature. My leaders are puppets. I am a guinea pig. Where is my future? The only creature that hates his culture. The only one with melanin that bleach with passion. I can only wear my clothes on Fridays. Eat my own food when broke. Back, boobs, fake. Hair, skin, fake. Nails, eyelashes, fake. Even lawyers, judges are proud wearing those rings. I can't speak my own language at school. Even grow my own hair. Our strong African leaders are killed. The puppet mark shot. Into the bay. Oh, Africa. The bay. Foreigners are protected. Indigenous are always apprehended. Discrimination against black is what we are capable. Get serious. Dreadlocks have no correlation with intelligence. Compare or conform anarchy to pastors. Coming chroma to others. Wake up, for we can't be like others. Wake up from mental slavery. Wake up. The world is just a book. Those who do not travel, read only a page. Get serious. Aita Bobo, the African poet.
Abuseyemo Bibiara Kwabande, we are brief from Kastle 90.3 FM. And then see Yatinasi. Yebezi in Komo Alpha or my Concro Ghana. There are a lot of issues going on the area. My Mr. Mo Akwabebio now be part of this show and the program no and program area or a very packed will be interviewing a lot of people. I feel so yebenya the political actors area Robert Nasi na yezi in Komo ewa on into baby biara obiara afi in Azuke Sefinizi ato ha. This is the first time of joining this wonderful show. Ma mensan emo Akwabebio na mo a very good afternoon. Aha, a Kastle 90.3 FM program no nizinize memman hodo yatinasa ya dwendwen on my control Ghana with devoid of political lens on into area bri joining on Facebook then also on YouTube Kastle 90.3 FM. The platform I did you message in so or very active in the area bri WhatsApp and then text message 0244743143 0244743143. My Mindable production team I say headed by Mr. Bernard Ogo Osman FKK Damaso Blackus HNR Tum on Facebook then also on YouTube area bri Betty Osman so Ninka Ewaha Wabra all join the conversation and the area bri now Inida Bessie in the biggest issue or the big issue or kodo ewo omenimu one Ghana cities Livia or the finance minister or announcing with regards to oil petroleum products and the say a Ghana erokota. The minister is saying that the one Ghana cities now a liter of oil petrol ebotono or daduno oyaza or bobuano na was a akoto oil fuel na what that power the energy sector what that power the energy sector the maso na a cobia or the one no or the bed defray some of the debt or but then the energy sector levy and then other actor or the take care of that now and the wasn't we introduce another tax? Is it a tax handle or what? So we will discuss all those issues this very afternoon. But then Ibn Warakasa that this one Ghana city on Yeshi because the challenges the energy sector is going through I mean it should be even bigger than this. The justification belongs towards the main day. I mean, yes, there's a challenge, but the one Ghana city is a huge amount. The minister or the government ought to have engaged Ghanaians or the major stakeholders, key stakeholders on it before this announcement. Remember, on oil emergency certificate, and to me or pass this levy. So only that the minority in parliament will walk out of parliament. They are saying they cannot be part of this. But Honorable Atuforsen, once upon a time, you told a catch Ghana for day. Taxes, baby, we cannot sustain this nation with burdensome taxes. So why this new one? And mama ayenkafo kwan to also adjust their prices. Also, we don't need more taxes to raise revenue. We don't need more taxes to raise revenue. This is according to Honorable Kesa Atuforsen. But then they about the challenges in the energy sector. And this introduction of this levy, will it solve the challenges in a way in the energy sector now? And so we are join the conversation. But the government also the common fund will release the Sikenina and the one announce our parliament. Babra the minister address or parliament so the common fund and then other statutory fund has been released and they watch the various assemblies the common fund and I was the amon Juma Onfendi Yabokoni name and they will na yahwe on so business kwamna esuman inti ewiabre tapichuku na waso for family manko bebia for wo messages in the 0244743143 0244-743-143. Na yenyina yenzi inkomo ha. The recent 1 Ghana cedi was the about to oye a liter of fuel do. Yes, and the koto fuel bia a liter bia 1 Ghana cedi into 4.5 liters makes a gallon of petrol of fuel. On into every a quarter a gallon approximately you pay 4 cedis 50 pesos. 4 cedis 50 pesos. But ministers who are just fighting, it will not affect us. It will not affect us. Is it possible of that sort? Anointed Engineering Services Limited, anointed the young country, and they were experts, another were specialized in sales, repairs, rentals, and installation of generators. On into Asora hotels, restaurants, business are holding in and there's a light to offer. It doesn't mean businesses should halt and our production should halt. On into anointed wabamo, and you can rely on ECG. You can rely on ECG into quarter generator from oil anointed or over 20 branches across the country. Cape Coast and Tantry. When you the main lorry station, when you need the Infinim or Ben Oil Republic Bank for 0248 455697 and 0243480334. Anointed Engineering Services Limited, the generator expert. High sense the main control and the fourth. And see on Chebia in about 4 days' time. Promo ni nyina bokunewi, you still have the opportunity then the eboko na kaji UTVC high sense television akwa GB from 32 inches to 150 inches. Ni nyina no ebenye bia wateto ebonodo a stylish and then sleek television ahwe is akobodim no obi aba na nyu ajewa called high sense. On into promo no shall see on the 28th of May, we on the 8th of June this month. Fresh 0302550000. Mankesim or Ben Blue Hills Restaurant or Antigua. Rich Royal Hotels in Kencho the Father's Day Oribo Oriba. Just 400 Ghana cedis pay. Package 400 Ghana cedis pay. And your papanko celebrate that in Grand Star. Our Rich Royal Hotel. On into them ye 2 minutes ye money ne janum sunum that we will celebrate them. In fact, what's the ija bosom. Celebrate your father so that he will bless you. Ridge Royal Hotel or Second Ridge Cape Coast Phrase 030-0312-003222 and 0501-672908. Ridge Royal Hotel, richly inviting, comfortably yours. Loan artist and the Mumbawa boom. The area you are suffering from malaria. I test actually yes and malaria on your sipa and you cannot kill the malaria bacteria in your system. Leonard Abba and the what's it called nakajibi nanum baransa ne bonomuno didie pa nanum na unkill oye malaria no enfamo. FDA aja tumde oye edu papa pa. Yes, FDA aja tumde oye edu papa pa. Baransa ne befollow na test before test there ampa malaria na lunatini bi na fakele malaria. So phone calls ahua yebeye, interviews ahua yebe nyinano, and then the very first part of the show, these are our proud sponsors we abri oruso yanasin. Later on mabana me busy betway the maso and a max buy and a game pack. One who does say meze atro will take care of the second part of the show. Everybody join in for messages in for 0244 743 143 0244 743 143 na inzi inkomo ewa hade. But elida yente the announcement the finance minister oye ewo parliament with regards to oye this new levy 1 Ghana cedi levy we introduce yente the minister for finance honorable Kastle Ato Forsen in some of Ozituga.
Energy sector legacy debt and to stabilize power supply. The Speaker, the power sector is the biggest economic and fiscal risk we face presently. It could lead to a major crisis if we fail to confront it head on. The challenges in the energy sector are quite enormous, emanating from debt, shortfalls, insufficient gas, and inefficiencies. The total energy sector debt as at end March 2025 stands at 3.1 billion US dollars. This amount includes amount owed to independent power producers, state-owned enterprises, fuel suppliers, and fuel suppliers. Right, Honorable Speaker, as a result of non-payment of bills owed to ENI and Car Power, the World Bank IDA guarantee of 512 million US dollars.
All right, so yankwa humano dombra na yenkezi enkomo yanyi ora owusu techi enkozi nkomoto embra on this issue or ran oye executive director Zima Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Solutions. Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Solutions. Yaninu Nkonkwozi Nkomo ewo ahomanodo. Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
It's a phone so Jodopa. Every other day, I Japan and Kastle 90.3 Basin Nkomo ewo Cape Coast and then the central region at large.
Good in that way.
All right. Now, my meeting can be with the announcement by the finance minister or from the energy minister, the one Ghana city levy. Actually, initially, what is your thoughts on it?
Please come again.
Maybe, sir, with the announcement of one Ghana city levy, initially, what went through your mind?
One Ghana city levy on, is it for the energy sector work? Or?
Yes, the one Ghana city fuel levy.
Well, for such a levy, get myself appraised of it, but then I think that it's in the policy direction of the ministry to reduce impact on fossil fuel use and then more impact on promotion of renewable energy solutions. If that's the focus of the levy, then I support it.
Support with the introduction of one Ghana city levy with regards to the explanation from the minister.
Yeah, it's mostly on the electronic transfer, metro mobile money accounts and stuff. That one, it's very debatable because I think that was an issue that was being done already through the levy that the government already mentioned that they are going to reduce, take it off. So if that tax comes up again, then it is something that maybe for me, I realize that then the policy, the commitment that the government made to take off levies on electronic transfers was not, because I think they mentioned initially that they were going to cut the electronic transfers levy. So I'm not sure why it's coming up again as an issue for government to.
So with this one Ghana city, all right. It was Ahumana Adrop Kakrabata yesterday. Yanesa Bakanibio. Owusu Techi. I believe there another support. Or the one Ghana if with explanation Minister Nozibano say that is where the money is going to be used or support so a good is the home income but the inefficiencies in the energy sector and then why not government tackling in solving the inefficiencies? I mean the physical indiscipline or the energy sector rather than introducing new levies to power the generation, another to power the energy sector. So, you good easy in common. Bribamusa yani ora Patrick Yao Nyako. ɔno no nso yɛ energy expert yɛbɔhwɛ no nso yɛnyina ezi nkɔmmɔ ɛhɔ bada yɛ ahoma no ntom ni yɛntei ɔyɛ the finance minister nkɔmmɔ a ɔdze tu gua ne bi ɛhɔ ɛne da ɛwɔ parliament yɛntei finance minister.
And to stabilize power supply. Mr. Speaker, the power sector is the biggest economic and fiscal risk we face presently. It could lead to a major crisis if we fail to confront it head-on. The challenges in the energy sector are quite enormous, emanating from debt, shortfalls, insufficient gas, and inefficiencies. The total energy sector debt as at end March 2025 stands at $3.1 billion. This amount includes amount owed to independent power producers, state-owned enterprises, fuel suppliers, and fuel suppliers. Right, Honorable Speaker, as a result of non-payment of bills owed to ENI and Car Power, the World Bank IDA guarantee of $512 million and GMPC guarantee of $120 million were completely drawn down in the year 2024. Therefore, Mr. Speaker, the government is required to find an additional $632 million to restore these guarantees. Mr. Speaker, a minimum of $3.7 billion is needed to clean up the overall energy sector indebtedness for us to have a clean slate. Right, Honorable Speaker, Ghana's electricity sector has experienced a significant shift over the years, with the country now heavily reliant on thermal power generation to supplement the hydroelectronic sources. The cost of liquid fuel to power the thermal power plant is not included in the current electricity tariff build-up, resulting in a significant revenue shortfall for the procurement of liquid fuels. According to the PURC, an inclusion of the cost of liquid fuel in the price build-up will lead to an increase in electricity tariffs by at least 50%. Government considers that this would have a significant negative impact on firms and households, and so this cannot be an option. Mr. Speaker, in the year 2025, the government will require an additional $1.2 billion to procure essential fuels for thermal power generations alone. Mr. Speaker, the power sector risks imminent collapse if these unsustainable debts are not resolved, particularly given that the fiscal cannot accommodate the financial needs of the sector. Right, Honorable Speaker, to help raise additional revenue to fund the needs in the power sector, government is proposing an increase in export price of petrol, diesel, and related products. The impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. The Speaker, I repeat, the impact will be absorbed by the gains made from the strong performance of the Ghana cedis. And this will mean that consumers will not have to pay extra for the price of petrol and diesel beginning today. Right, Honorable Speaker, our simulations suggest that there will be no increase in the export price of petrol and diesel in the next window beginning today if the levy is imposed. This is because of a strong Ghana cedi. Right, Honorable Speaker, the levy will serve as a dedicated source of funding to the power sector, and the proceeds will be earmarked for the procurement of essential fuel for power generation. The Speaker, this will ensure that Ghana enjoys stable electricity.
All right, so that is the Minister for Finance, Honorable Kastle Atoba Forson. Ninsemi bia ene da odi tu igwa ewo ho wabra na announced to Parliament on this one Ghana cedi. Ye guda ye bo ahoma ne de yanisa baka oye owura owusu executive director Zima oye Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Solutions na enyinezi inkomo ewo omde bia o ne line no mu nyinti guda ye bo yanisa kana enyine bezi inkomo ewo I Kastle 90.3 FM.
Sorry.
Finance Minister, Energy Sector Levy Amendment Bill 2025. I say memorandum. And just say the objective or the object of the bill is to amend the Energy Sector Levy Act 2025 Act 1135 to increase the rate of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy in order to raise additional revenue to support the payment of energy sector shortfalls, reduce energy sector legacy debt, and stabilize the power supply. The power sector is the biggest economic and fiscal risk presently faced by the country. This could lead to major crisis if it is not addressed. The challenges in the energy sector are quite enormous, emanating from debt shortfalls, inefficient gas supply, and inefficiencies. So, Maba na is in Komaba, Mamini Ora Abbas Imoro, Inkozi Inkomo, Okasadema, GPRTU, Ewo Omanimo. Ora Abbas, good afternoon.
Afternoon, Master.
All right, yeah, that's so the idea and do any basic come over Cape Coast. Now, Abbas, Yembisa, I mean, for the first time in the minister or announcing this one Ghana city levy, GPRTU, driver unions, or so then.
Yeah, the clear understanding, no, Papa. Now, the timing is very bad. The timing is very bad because everyone my IE very friends because you better enjoy reduction of fuel. Ampa Yahoo share Sena she share no about Koya boy. And my IE very friends are say fuel, energy, cementing, fuel, a liter, one city double the count. And we are here to fully understand that they are the tears as because almost Casano almost affect fuel pump. No, affect fuel pump now. Now, if I know that we want to have the clear understanding. Then the bear, the Yabahun, Yabawa, say, and I bet you are a moon fambra, far na Yahu. Na Yaba Soriatia, na Soriatia. So, baby, as I can be friends, more moon fast here. A moon fabra bonting. Na yes, clear understanding. No, so bear,
but before this introduction of one Ghana city levy, GPRTU and then the various driver unions, were a major stakeholders. And what that means, was there any consultative forum?
Not at all. Not at all. Not at all, my brother. Not at all. Yes, so say, Pierre, there were advice you cry at the paper now. Yes, we at the back. Because say, yeah, pan, I bet you are engine to Muda. Master, one city on a liter. Do you know the value? A man driver name. Yes, a cab be man driver near. And can nobody relieve a man. And he said, yeah, I bet you are there. I want to make a say, would they want to see the 2 liters so now and free pump. And free pumper, when you sick and no free, the free pump. No, so when you sick, once a day on a liter, and the work fast as can of free. And to want to have clear understanding. Now, I feel the Baba Bontina. Now, I go with the end data. sɛ nnora yɛbɛyi lɔre fɛ so bebree sei a yɛwɔ animdaso na mode different thing aba abɛ daadaa yɛde a yɛnti ntumi.
GPRT, do you intend to reverse your earlier decision of reducing lorry fares if this is to go on?
Say your question again.
Maybe said that, do you intend to reverse the 15% reduction?
Oh, master, don't ask that. Say, Banu say, na ya dream ya who say, na ya why not? Why not? Yeah, Nantiko and Nimana and Nantiko. So Banu say, yeah, na ya then we can contribute. And one idea, yeah, and year, then of course we can contribute, but we cannot make fools of ourselves. And you might, I have been your family for me. Now, the ideal first of the understanding say, then I found go no ever from no, yeah, I think I for venue as for na enkobasa, na yi, yesika no so. Who can say a bad thing?
So, do you intend to engage the minister on this issue?
It is too late. Omudia Parliament now am approval. What engagement again? What engagement again? Yabayi lawyer first, so we engage them. Yabayi lawyer first, so we engage them. And I don't know, maybe Omudia Scabi Barber 2 fang also within the twinkle of an eye, and Omudio if you said they have to engage them. Is that right? That's right.
Do you feel cheated? Orabas.
Yes, sir.
I will feel that government is cheating you, Anna.
Oh, me say my clear understanding towards the air course of any clear understanding I will come out in our numbers. Their decision I better take because I say who said that I didn't hear say GPRT we champion the reduction and say Obia can or say GPRT Obia can say GPRT but I don't think say Sana a better thing not deep core a better fatty to manu yen can want them and compasa the same GPRT are here the largest private transport operators or war man. But all we are saying is let's have the better understanding of the air cost. Then of course, everyone there, I am to me love first one. Now, they say Nanti coin now buy a cheap, the Nanti coin now buy a cheap. Now I say yet is 1 city on a liter at 2 fango. So it is a lot of money for Ocean Canning. Yeah, the precious cry, ye precious free, the second so I no value. Any faswa, ye.
So, Elboin with the calculation now.
Come.
So, a Boboin with the calculation now. So, a gallon of petrol, Erita, with this introduction of the live, I hear no Baba Dado. With this 1 Ghana city calculation,
yes, almost 1 city 2 liters. So, means a gallon. Yeah, the 4 cities about 2 so. But we are here to get a rare understanding of what is happening. Adia you so now you Sunday a bit barber 2 so. And 1 person, but 1 city on a liter. I say, I send you. Now, you can't. Never who send I back come. Hey, Massa, you may lawyer first, so and Mra. Then, fuel, I just say you lawyer first. So now the cheap pepper, you say, yeah, the 1 city 2 a liter. So, yes, I understand. Yeah, and yes, yeah. yɛbɛka asɛm a ɛnte saa ɛnti yɛto yɛbɔ ase by tomorrow yɛbɛnyɛ nteaseɛ no yie na afei deɛ decision a yɛbɛtake as transport operators yɛde bɛba abɛtoto a as we speak now yɛde ɔbinom gu so kasa lorry fare reduction yi koraa ebinom wɔ hɔ a ɔmo nyi ɔmo deɛ no so ɛsɛ ɛne ɔmo nkasa na nteaseɛ no bra hwɛ na yɛnka saa asɛm no bio hwɛ na yɛkɔ no yɛnka yɛ ɔmo reduce fine ɔmo reduce nso a yɛsɛ yɛmfa yɛ ho unless yɛanyɛ understanding na ɛwɔ yɛn mu na yɛbɛkɔ yɛn anim a yɛaho deɛ yɛbɛka na woka sɛ yɛwɔ ɔman mu na yɛyɛ bɛyɛ nkurɔfoɔ 50 30 anaa 40 ɔmo ayi ɔmo lɔre fɛ so 10 yii so na yɛbɛsan de bredi saa aba wongye ndi sɛ ɔmo yi so na ɔmɛsan akɔ ɔmo akyi wongye ndi saa masa wode yɛmfa abobɔ nto so ɔkyerɛ
okay but some players
asɛm no ti no mempɛ sɛ manu nkɔpa asɛm a ɛnyɛ saa
okay
na sɛ yɛ saa deɛ a yɛano yi deɛ yɛde bɛka sɛ yɛ saa sɛ na yɛadwen anaa yɛnte aseɛ wɔ hɔ a ɛndeɛ yɛbɛka because yɛ adwuma deɛ yɛmfa adwuma nde agorɔ nti yɛbɛba wɔ adwuma mu biara we are serving every government of the day nti yɛn hesitate wode breve bɛ to yɛ adwuma mu ade no nyɛ ma yɛ a yɛnyɛ deɛ yɛbɛka
So, some players in the energy sector will feel that yes, indeed, one Ghana city, or a high, and will believe there at least what to do the performance part. If you had the opportunity to also negotiate with the minister, would you ask the minister to reduce from the one Ghana city, and if so, to what percentage?
Maybe I say, yep, some can change action. Maybe I can't dialogue, change violence, dialogue, change violence, and see the work as we speak now, and cheddar the clear interpretation no year mom. But the work didn't see minister no so quite transfer ministry for no quite. Now also among the transport operators for dialogue go. The person you say, yeah, you understand. Didn't see no quite. Omo adwuma no na omo pese omo nkyerɛ sɛ omo nim ana yɛ na omo pese asɛm bi bɛfrɛ omo akakye deɛ ɛho nyɛ sɛ omo ne yɛ entrance ana omo feel sɛ yɛn yi yɛ soban bi nkyerɛ omo ana deɛ na ɛkɔ so because obi akyerɛ sɛ ɔyɛ akwadaa pa nnora na ɛnɛ a wopɛ sɛ wonkyerɛ no sɛ woyɛ sesa abɔnso ana deɛ na ɛkɔ so.
Okay.
Mpacho my young wɔ ha asɛm no sɛ na ɛkɔ no mewɔ madam fofoɔ bi wɔ Cape Coast hɔ na ɛyɛ a na wonkyerɛ ɔmo mmaeɛ.
All right. Okay.
Nana Weiba Queen One ɛne Nana Nzima ɛyɛ akyerɛ ɔmo nyinaa ma yɛ akyerɛ ɔmo sɛ ɛkyerɛ ɔmo.
Ora Abbas yɛdase bebree.
Yɛhyɛ da was.
Ebusianyi Ora Abbas Imoro ɔyɛ Industrial Relations Officer and a PRO Zima GPRTU Ejumokuno and in case because they are a major stakeholder in this conversation and the Eric Kawasamo. But you the schedule for this levy or the Energy Sector Levies Amendment Act 2025, an act to amend the Energy Sector Levies Act 2025 Act 115 to increase the rate of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy in order to raise additional revenue to support the payment of energy sector shortfalls, reduce energy sector legacy debt, and stabilize power supply. Also, the bill is to increase the rate of the energy sector shortfall and debt repayment levy in order to raise additional revenue to to support the payment of energy sector shortfalls, reduce energy sector legacy debt, and stabilize power supply. And here the schedule. Also, energy sector shortfalls and debt repayment levy. A. 195 pesos per liter on petrol. 193 pesos per liter on diesel. 195 per liter on naphtha. 24 pesos per liter on fuel oil. 23 pesos per liter on marine gas oil. Then F, 73 pesos per kilogram on liquefied petroleum gas. Inti onyawana wo you see petrol na fi diesel nko, but the cotton gas nso a no so oyaza or the 73 pesos per kilometer. 73 pesos per kilogram, per kilograms. And that was the to liquefied petroleum gas do. So I say for payment of energy sector shortfalls and energy sector legacy debt, and to the agency obejiji the miske Ghana Revenue Authority na energy sector support account obokogum ewo. So in summer any the minister obubru do ni nyina no na eze amo ewo no, but ibinum worka said the Electricity Company of Ghana ame amiti I bear a to prepaid say me energy another me electricity osa na man top prepaid I cannot use it. How can the power generators obe generate another why yet banewi et baby and obi aye banza brother kokoton e cotton we are ese adina ye ka then e wanna turn it banedimo no they should come and then add up. So this is the whole narration. E cotton adi edibani wie no e kaka kire e wana wonu edibani dimo ma e cotton ni de e kawaba enti ana wodimo na e cotton no entume nche won ka. Now asana ba inya na ye to edibani di no wode edibani e botton ma ye no e kawaba na e pede edi free wu ka no nti as a bibi about today yen contribute yen fa sika ngum na ade na tone ma ya tone etu akono ese de kono yen san yen contribute bi ana esane bo twa bibi ama na yen tuen fa mo na defray wu ka obi ohon. So this is the whole narration and we are talking about, but then there is an inefficiencies in the energy sector. ECG or one abaka there, I mean the shortfalls, technical shortfalls was so ever in a orokodo elho. But yawo esla na ewiabri me pedam nyohwe esla numu Energy Sector Levy Act 2021 Act 1064, that is ESLA. Now what does the ESLA seek to do? Per the conversation akodono, ESLA was to run for at least 5 years to defray debt biara odoho. So enka 2021 it is a yama 5 years at 2021 ena oye eko biara odono through the ESLA enka obe defray ekawa odoho biara eho. So and they yemisa why after 10 years, after 10 years, we are still talking about energy debt, sector debt. And the NDC government will add 1 Ghana cedi to every liter that what the quarter was the bottle fango was a power yani energy. This is according to the Minister of Energy. Was the bottle fango what a power yani energy sector no afi ekobin so other one so no was the etia. Now this act was assented to on the 31st of March 2021 passed by Parliament. So yɛnkɔ yɛn anim mepɛ dɛ menye hwɛ biribi ɛwɔ ha de membui act no na yɛnhwɛ biribi wɔ mu yɛnhwɛ biribi wɔ mu but we are still yɛguda a yɛpush ahoma no de yɛbɛnya mpanyinfo binom na yɛnyi ne ezi nkɔmɔ yɛguda a yɛpushi ahoma no na yɛnyi mpanyinfo binom nso ezi nkɔmɔ ɛwɔ dɛm nsɛm a ɛnde honorable Bobby yɛnyi GPRTU fo ezi nkɔmɔ a wɔsi wɔn de wɔn taase koraa ɔbɛyɛ mpanyinfo nsa mbrɛ bio na wɔn bɛyɛ biribi wɔ ho. So Osman will join me very soon. Na easy nkɔmɔ yes mebue act no na ɛhwɛ Energy Sector Levy Act 2015 Act 899 yɛhwɛ the preamble of the act. Also an act to consolidate existing energy sector levies to promote prudent and efficient utilization of the proceeds generated from the levies imposed on a price stabilization and recovery levy, facilitate sustainable long-term investment in the energy sector to provide for related matters. So it was assented to on the 24th of December 2015 and was passed by Parliament and the president or assented to it obeye embra ewo omenimo. Now mepɛda menyo hwɛ ɔyɛ section 5 of this act. Also the minister shall cause to be open and maintain an account to be known as price stabilization and recovery account for the purpose of receiving monies realized from price stabilization and recovery levy. Also the monies in the price stabilization and recovery account shall be used, one, as a buffer for under recoveries in the petroleum sector to stabilize petroleum prices for consumers and to subsidize fuel and residual fuel oil. So menyuache oil the section 5 of this that is my focus. Into menyuache section 5 of the act, Also, the minister shall cause to be opened and maintain an account to be known as the price stabilization and recovery account for the purpose of receiving monies realized from the price stabilization and recovery levy. 2. Monies in the price stabilization and recovery account shall be used A. As a buffer for under recoveries in the petroleum sector. B. To stabilize petroleum prices for consumers. And then C. To subsidize premix and residual fuel oil. So that is section 5 of this act. Now, the schedule, the first schedule of this act, also energy debt recovery levy. 41 pesos per liter on petrol and diesel, consisting in respect of A. Foreign exchange under recoveries, 5 pesos per liter each. B. Power generation and infrastructure support, 28 pesos per liter each. C. Tema Oil Refinery Company debt recovery, 8 pesos per liter each. 3 pesos liter each on margin marine gas oil in respect of Tema Oil Refinery Company debt recovery. 4 pesos per liter on fuel oil in respect of Tema Oil Refinery Company debt recovery. Another one. 37 pesos per kilogram on LPG, consisting in respect of A. Foreign exchange under recoveries, and 5 pesos per kilogram. B, power generation and infrastructure support, 28 per kilogram. Tema Oil Refinery Company debt recovery, that is 4 pesos. 40 pesos per liter on petrol and diesel, that is road fund. So the fuel and ankasano to fuel the components of tax are all oil bebre kwa. Then also ebenya road fund wom, energy fund levy ewom, damasu ebenya price stabilization and recovery levy ewom, ebenya public lighting levy binyina wom, ebenya national electrification scheme levy binyina wo oil the petrol and the driver for to another the petroleum product or one ninyina no or dado dewa wasan wodi be account bill. So this is according to the act, you know, za owom. And then watch it how these monies another this charge, you know, ninyina no obeye. So road fund levy also to support road maintenance. Interkoto fuel na ewo a levy to support road maintenance. Damasune ekoto fuel na also to facilitate the debt recovery of Tema Oil Refinery, downstream petroleum sector foreign exchange, and the recoveries and power generation and infrastructure support. So in addition, we had another what the components in Umudada. So why another day or the cost of fuel, what about power, any generation are they? All right, Alaji.
Coming
in community or those GPRT was one into they need clear understanding. And I want to see the minister it will not affect the downstream, the pump price. It will not affect. And then the question is, how is it possible? Because it is being charged on every liter. So if it is all affector, and then the miss can worry to a free him fan. Now what they are questioning him. Alaji.
Kwame na mamenda se nyabri we na memfa wa konye dum fa nchecha yen ahwefo no nyi etiefu nyina and Wednesday midweek ere yankopon na ase de wa yen kwakan ka ebedu da ma level we Ghana sam no zizi Kwame na anytime ya be ameka as wa kuma ze kira wando wa ekasempo etete. In fact onye easy. I'm happy they can the Ursula bill no in some womb and a Jumezia the music can watch the Uzi. Now, we have the best of all the laws in this world. Ghana Hadi. Yes, Shambra. We have the best of the laws, but the implementations, you know. It's a bill ya ekani. So Jumezia Esla as a bill I passed 2015. In the Yebenya revision, I think 2021. And Yebenya 2025. Now control to solve almost all our energy sector problems. Even yen problems with regards to yen roads, rural electrification. In fact, even when you talk about today, yen street lights nazia, the same laws way should cater for all of them. But I mean you can say yen no rehabilitation not then. You've been talking about portals over young Kwanda, young Tumpu NCC. And the street light will chrome hadi. On your Cape Coast in Coutinho. In fact, baby, there are no street light. Ghana used to mancansa. And the main objective, yes, a year that I'm a levy way, no. It was because somewhere around 2015, in fact, my 2016, and people about Benemuno. That was the previous NDC administration agent one call about $2.5 billion. It's now NDC today. Anno was the Esla way, was it by day. And can you use or no? Nanka Connie be your fanted to Dunka Cancra, na your phone born up and toss to a Tamoya refinery now. Your fanted to a Connie be. Not a fee, you make sure they able to na ya refine Lancaster oil. Then you tuna ya queen.
But Osman, I don't still get it.
Yes.
Obiba say I don't think far.
You don't think far.
I mean, you set up a company
yes.
to operate. At the end of the day, they need to declare their profit.
Yes.
Now, yet so many people are making the delay but the to defray
them company. So that is our country for you. And the reason why sometimes I'm so hard on public sector officers are people don't understand. You have a clear mandate. I remember when my emboka. I kept the last time President Kennedy Chroma had day, and you just buy your nomensa. I hoba yanomensa on a normal day, yanomensa. And so give Hawker see what on some boko. I mean, on your embezzlement, and on your be more corrupt activities, and on your sheer mismanagement. Why should it happen? Tamoya refinery, your got to crude oil, yazaba. Yamba nano crude oil no, yenyanumu petrol, yenyanumu diesel, aviation fuel, kerosene, yenya gas in poem. Na yankwa nkotona yes yetumi ya ma yobaka
bitumen product yenye no
yenye ni na bi yetumi ya ma yobaka mo yeye. So that is the problem. That is a big challenge, mismanagement. See, yes, the state-owned enterprises are they are always causing us losses. Akwaba na moso yenye mo kona yere fadwa yetum na yazi private sector participation able room na ya ye ye kodu open yazi politics. Ye kodu open na yazi politics. Nti isi jimaba wondo but to woni se mi come na say ya kan ya bre afezi odu baby mom we are empowering private person there ombo boy is just opposite to number operator hono nti na ye was sent oil refine ukrum hade bia onye private person is there but yan kasa yan to ndey you to store only fuel and yes ko enyim. So this is a big challenge, this is a problem we are going through, but the come na yan fan is serious. Nti imagine there yet no chrome hade na yan kasa ya set up there yes esla jumaza is bebezi aban bi buy no because of the problems and challenges into no on to munchen into mabaya in there he wants to collateralize that masika no that ma fan to obenya no not as our system no bra, and that is what we did. It is kana kasa ye benya na nke be sector no be no we couldn't get that money, but many will say there is an elephant in the room. What is that elephant? And it is an important question. That is the ECG problem no. Now me name the reason why you're up to date. Come na yet to nya the antidote today is about solve the quagma, the problem issues are ECG wasn't magana for. Alright. Make a honorable John Jina Poor Bay, Aban some no catching. On my task today, ECG Juan Casano, there is a big problem over there.
Okay, so Osman, so mum, Ewan, na memko oye UCC. Many Professor Stephen Moore in Kuzi in Como on this particular issue. Prof, good afternoon. Hello, Prof.
Hello.
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
I bring me the BBI Boko.
BBI Boko, Yaminada. That's in Germany. What's wrong with you?
Christ now do me and see and we pa. That's say for answering our corner and yen basing come but so my Mbisa, your initial thought on this announcement by the minister, the 1 Ghana cedi levy on every liter of fuel.
In the young finance minister, Dr. Force Smith, Wako Parliament, there was the one cedi was it to let be a na no coin Yajiwa, Biaka the whole, one man the manable Bokosu deal. But yes, just 3 months ago, the two neighbors and Equichi by April no more baby. The membrane muna fuel 1 liter no. Now what on 15.22. It's a 1 liter be no 15.22 Ghana cedis. In the year 1 liter of fuel no, it's about 12.22 or 12.32 or and the actual moment, there's been a good gain. There's been a gain in fuel in that sense. And the quality will be what you can't have a culture there. Depending on what kind of a culture there, but some to use by 600, 700. Like Obusum, the Abutum use the fuel of their 600. But also the fuel on the Boako performance, and I say, we put a bone of what may use about 600 or the Ako Bidodo. If there be some gains in the whole energy sector, but no funds on the energy sector one ankatano account the hot degree. The cow of the one on your day. Ye church ya to still on Sada, ye can a bit of account. But only Makani later. But the Alpha Makani there, the Yeshamuma, but you may Batani, who are no Atua from 15.22, able to 12.32. And to the Quani, very bad 3 cities, no, never Ato Abba. It is a first look at Gallon of cook. Nanko, a bear 70 Ghana cities. PCI to Ghana Kura, a gallon Kura, a bear 2K7 cities. On the other hand, Numu, bear 13 Ghana cities. And Paso, now there, Abutum Gayo will be the and see, or what would them once the other base, of them as the Manumu, I as in Kakra. But may assure there what the bano what the oil do solid whatever you do so you need. Yet you want to assure there and the man about to have before me. The what can I make my electricity they be on a do so you do so. So what wants to be the water the like away now. On the move on your one. On your one, I tell a CCano, actually, what you say, but to me about and Kastle gallon, it's a gallon kura, which of their 70 cities. But in the America, it's a gallon kura, or 57. Let's say what the dam once you did Bakawa. I said that it's a Kastle gallon kura, or Bodu 66. It is still in the new movie 8 cities. Is our show. Only for your phone.
But Prof, sir, yes, the dynamic calculation, yes, per what you are saying now. Is it justifiable? Because there are other inefficiencies in the energy sector. Why?
Is very true.
Yes. So why is it that government is not looking at how to solve that inefficiencies, but rather introducing another, in quotes, tax handle?
Yeah. Also, very true. The truth is that the energy on the start to make a day. Energy sector one ankasano. Zama radio kodo wa another akodo wa. I am a Zama atachima kakra. Na me sure that abahi no one see the other bano. Me can you there? Yes, abano re. This my way to $100 other able to pay 10. Now yes, that makes my President Lankasa go to inefficiencies with the Wanani office. Go to make you ministers, one them and them be a 1 year home. Go to make you them a water to be you, them of the day one. Yes, sure, no who you know, there. My margin chairman there, the Metaki means to me there, or my attack Robert now from. But Moshe Abano in Jumori yet, Nanka Kawa. No more game what the office do so you already, or Yaza or the water dada from last year now. Yes, the one after there, okay. Oh, what are the young petrol no for Sukaka, young dollar no for Suka currency? Who wants to be on your shade? But the Komukoma energy sector one of it. Mukwani Katasi said that they were 1 month year would do 1 month Ubiara in Chassis. In the energy sector, one Ankasano, we hear one point of Bonibaka deliverance, we hear deliverance. I said that I don't want that no more book with the moment to move. In Zama and now as the culture warm energy sector. Yes, your tax, yes, your number, Estland, and Zamanina, so still are a count to Orobo, the end of the year. 5 minutes of the office of the specific Ibata, no, only a 3.1 billion a cover of the energy sector count. Now, that you're the there. Energy, especially last year, Energy Commission for one, statement in the document that was about out. I want to pick up fuel cost and them I will be here. Would there, I could have or energy one energy sector now. What is your catastrophe? Yeah, that was a liquid fuel. Because the liquid fuel is only that Ghana yen plant yen axle are struggling and only as I will use higher than liquid fuel. It's liquid fuel one year procurement our liquid fuel one more be iron taxi or more be iron. It is energy sector one in some of the days so one or the woman you do no what it should be a year with the make my account they every year they are about they are you hear channel the check out to account no good kodo. In the every the American there a buy no money or robot. That ultimate so the maybe do not ultimate work at the county the or for them or the county you not other than my baby any more for as you want the back of the or yaza a job boy in a year bushes or the year bushes you can know about one is our way the year nay or do ya
Prof, is it not a challenging that your ESLA your another formula that is cash waterfall mechanism and or take care of what the conversation that we are having today if the system is running effectively and efficiently. I mean, what should be the next step? Should government always be taxing Ghanaians to defray costs, to defray debt and that sort?
Energy sector one why am I that if we are a energy sector as one of one now so yeah catastrophe for you or show on the scenario man zama or yada and no query it is a very on your good precedent there BBN was my tax from or I was levy what was the Bama here, or the way was the Bapa Juma here, was the Bapa Dana, was the Bayer them, was the Bayer them, in Jeffy on the Yaka by a cow degree, able to go. I buy Zoreka, no one to be there. Or the Yana or die, do so problem, or the solve do so problem here, you face. Now, me assure there, or I don't want you, yes, you mean. Yema as on ye ada otno for the because yakuma you there the American them were cash for water cash water for mechanism here and can watch them in excellent. I will introduce it to remove debt from our system. But after many years these debts still persist. So it actually means that someone is not doing their work or this money is not being used the right way, which means that there must be a transparency report on what does the government use these monies for? What do they really use it for? Where does it go? Who uses it? And also, who does the procurement of liquid fuel? Because liquid fuel is energy sector liquid fuel one procurement process in power one more the Nepal produce liquid fuel maybe I know secret tendering secret no the man for 1 2 b no way you want to work. So there's a lot of transparency issues in the energy sector that needs to be brought out to light to the public. But that's not the only thing. Also, we the public must follow consistently what is happening. I said, last month, May, in 2020, 22nd May, I joined you for a report today. That means 250,000 barrels of fuel to tackle power shortage. I'm a government, I minister, you want to match what baby. After I buy let's spend over 800 million on liquid fuel in 2025. The Muslim are there of the outer. You want to make sure that I hear one or your procurement, because I asked the why procurement, I asked the or the corruption. And see, there are a lot of issues, but then they are making to them. Yes, I'm buying this already. what to dollar no da before if you 16 now able to 10 this year fuel no bo if you there 15 to 16 also wa be able to 12 only okay there 1 gallon or you 4 cedis 1 gallon more okay now
is it justifiable? Because I mean I still don't get it. The fuel if the government is charging a cedi on a liter, it should be normal. But I mean,
no, the argument is it is not normal. It is not a normal thing that the government is taking money for every liter of fuel. It is not normal. But under this circumstance where the government is saying that, and we are also witnessing, in fact, in the ended the meeting light off. So there is a problem of power producing in this country for all of us to get power. It is not normal that the government is charging 1 cedi per every liter or charging 1 cedi in any way or any means to just raise money to solve this problem, because we know the problem. We know those who have committed crimes, those who have stolen NPA boss last year, yesterday was 250 million. There are many problems in the energy sector. But I think that the government, through its oral and legal processes, will take time to recover a lot of these money. Of course, there are also loopholes of where people are just benefiting freely on the taxpayers' money. But all these things, I think, will take some time for government to come in and resolve these issues. But for the meantime, the government needs huge amounts of money to solve issues on power production. And so this 1 cedi is probably to solve this loophole. But I hope that the government, or my belief is that the government is not going to keep this 1 cedi up till the end of the year or in perpetuity. But it is going to stop once we have a sufficient amount to close this gap of liquid fuel for electricity production. So
the government is seeking to generate about 5 billion or 6 billion from this new introduction of 1 cedi levy.
Exactly.
The questioner may be saying there, is it about time that we look at other source of energy, that is renewable energy?
Yes.
Then also the inefficiencies in one what did the Abanika domestic now? Why is the government should not go after them, collect the money, but rather pass on this AU to Ghanaians?
Yes. So these are the things that these are of course this is what I'm saying, that if the government even decides to chase the people who owe it now, it is still going to take some time for the government to acquire or get all these monies back. But in the meanwhile, the government needs the money to close some loophole on this liquid fuel problem. So we are saying that on Yashi, Abayesha Omozimba, Yabasha Maye, but Yerko Yeni Milino, Yama, the one sitting on the off at the ball. Only your correct, those cheese on your day. Or yeah, there are banners. One was in the count. One now is the on-America issue of transparency. If the government will put out all the people who owe the ECG, electricity, all the people who owe power, then the government will know that these are the people owing, and the government should go after them and claim those money. But still, ministries, they one was the count. Ministries. Because all his ministries are being supplied free electricity. In the last month, they mean Abana says, apart from few ministries who are going to be paid, whose electricity will be paid by the finance ministry, the other ministries should take care of themselves. Which is a good plan, and which shows that the government is willing to solve a certain problem that exists. But the truth is that this thing must not continue in perpetuity. There must be accountability. There must people who have stolen government power should pay in factories, universities, institutions who are benefiting freely from electricity should be tasked to pay these monies back to government.
All right. Prof, my
So,
to say,
Importo those area there. Abano the one city no that to no. No quarry agent one in touch there. Abandia ba no watching the kaka no the lady aba. Ono in but the ma abayo by on cherry. Na ye utaso si ehu no more the orobon into. No one city that day. Yeah, most 3 months ago. Na motor gallon could be at 70 Ghana. In the motor Ghana for 57 Ghana. Only about 13 cities. About it, the 13 cities now, or that may person. Our pacho, Yama number 4, no fun solve the problem. Now, or solve the problem here. Obey them in you, or raise the second year, obey you. If you are sure there, about to make the main. But also one area electricity na wasn't the calling now. Or you had to catch on the uncle to get the Mr. Canufi one or no one got the DD. I know the levy river, E levy, D levy, F levy, G levy, Yabre, the Emperor levy.
All right.
It is a finance minister saying that yes, run there, levy, no more from baby. Yes, you know about home again, but they is not true. Yes, there was about solving land doom salmon, but we are 1 year for the way it was 1 hour. What is the count? 1 can do one is the count on 2 years. Some of the 14.
All right. Prof, Abri, yanda say, but Yami Adumoch na you're basing come extensively on this issue.
Martin.
All right. Okay. That's it. We say, Professor Stephen Moore, UCC Department of Mathematics. Ena yenyi kozi nkomo L1 fa o message bra ena yehwede yenyi oye the executive director of Institute for Sustainable Energy and Environmental Solutions ora owusu techi bezi nkomo but bi o won ne line no on ye yinti yentum yenyi ne nkomo yehwe the subsequent yene sakana yebezi nkomo yenyi abasi moro nso is nkomo. They are also a major key player in this issue that we are talking about. Also, watch our agenda. Chairman Apia from the NDC Watinasi. Chairman, Akwaba. Bibi Aboko.
Bibi Aboko, so Ayaboko.
Hey, Chairman.
Micro minority free in a mentasi Kwamina. I may be some more there, one principles and on you then. You understand?
Okay.
And a whole minority leader say ye levy is the same as energy levy. Kwamina, the man say mean Jema, yem will be no yanker, no one can as politics. But they hold you. I will be on him there when it comes to politics. The opinion, when it comes to law, it's the marketing. See why there to me cheap propaganda them and now apostle of Jandam Nibiana I mean this is wako but Kwamina on the serious note then one I mean that fair marking or yes the NPP party any mechuchu form because what majority leader or minority no was it there why I mean to move there no was the MPP to make Gina baby MPP no aya condo each day be no more there or reduce MPP one image by 5%. One should year 2028 Yaman Yawana Duma one micro numpo Muhuzina Yaba friendly game. Maybe I ain't yet in point farman. I get in it. And so I think the MPP phone paying for there were 2 more friends one in a casa. Because to the extent that the Bakacha and the ye levy or business cash and the wallet in the taxing is the same as energy levy. How? I don't get it. Well, maybe I want size to that. I bet you may educate him because we are here to
I don't know, but then e-levy and ye transactional want to and I'm not sure you'll be on a worker. Maybe Chairman, yes, I agree on your piano worker.
Exactly.
But at the end of the day, Nimpadodo are awful cano or office and 1 hour car. If you would agree with me,
who told you that just one CD addition to yan later be able to will increase fare. One will get you.
Yes, I wanna. Also, the minister should come out and
said
then,
it.
and
that
then
it will not increase fares.
the GPRTU crowd, they don't understand.
No, because they've not had any education.
There wasn't any engagement or
exactly.
education.
That is where I think minister need to to have done. But at the end of the day, on KG.
Okay, so
engage one. Say engage one.
Yes.
Say engage one. That's what I say. One probably say, Mama, come now. I have I have me view in them, and I'm thinking in them. Say, it's a tax or Ghana for. Not say ya Ghana for. I don't think the Ghana for will complain. That is it. But the budget and tax, maybe. Naza kobo brajenja no. Only na yen jeans in the Ghana for. Wabajatu. Because he levy. Come na wara catch him. As I was here. Maybe we can.
Chama masana about the deal with I see bebre. Nana. Akwaba.
Genuine.
Where would I call strong room about? Where but when I say
Hey,
I could easy strong room about it when you might say I want to find about good news into him there very to you good. Chairman and me and come say my very to you good.
Oh yes, your mom come up.
Something kind of messy very to you good.
Hey, Charlie.
Bibi Aboko.
Yamina don't wash it.
Oh, Christ, Nadum.
Grandma, what the laptop here? What's the bay or better there? In summer, what we are recording now, waiting to know. A bad fontaine and I may be in to know Yanko. Anna, maybe your camera must meet you, Major Swanton, my Hinwa.
I know.
Let me cheer. It's a for we say Kastle 90.3. You can call us our friend. They say we see you. Now, made in can Father's Day, me and man to be Anna. Before Ghana, I'm on happy Father's Day in advance. You're being free now.
I'm being free now.
Okay.
You're
welcome to Miss Selecting.
Being free now.
Make sure money and mamma in it.
Yeah, ma'am, and why am I someone who I do?
Same that some of them win you.
I'm being free now. She said, I'm my agency, more can be a minging to me that. Wow. That's it. Aziz. Akwaba.
You want Aziz a lot better. Hey.
Bibi Aboko.
Abinado.
Yeah, I see. Be a few number calls.
Abinado.
Okay.
Mighty minority. Mighty minority.
Okay.
Profunti odoso wonkaza.
Okay. So mama go for Akwaba. I mean a brief queen my ye into I wouldn't want us to young coin in him na in the income. More messages in number 0244 743 143 0244 743 143. Now fetch a black with that 0244 743 143. Now, Chairman, member do not using common. In fact, I have a lot of questions, but I don't think we can exhaust them today. The introduction of this, the minister is seeking, or the government is seeking to raise 5 to 6 billion. Now, what this is intended to do, the better liquid fuel to power the generation electricity to avert imminent doom. But the question is, we had ESLA, these components in our home to take care of. Cash waterfall mechanism. Also, what the energy debt nade. Why are we here now after 10 years of ESLA and then the cash waterfall mechanism? Now we are still seeing the introduction of so-called taxes on.
All right, Kwame Nabada was say the question. but before my command some of the Maminchia, wait for them Ribia, what channel and also and what it's saying. That does not mean that we know better than them. Intimichia on the Shunku. Now, Miss Inchiasu Mawaso were friending a free. Okay, so I was 10 minutes. Then you're fine. You're about to at time. Miss Inchiasuma and Timan San on your mammy colleague. Samiani Dama, Mofanchi and Mammy Chief, the mayor, the great mayor of the town, the Cape Coast metropolis. Kwamina, a Juma mayor of Boboneum. Kwamina, the wife for Pocho and Timanza. A Juma mayor of Bobo Cape Coast anyone. A painful in our Cape Coast, or Bosser. Now I standing innovation was a mayor. Kwamina, and she said, Kratado. The being on Conco, Antimansa go 1 year machine. On our proper catch it, about chief in office or catcher and the chief. Nkobaya, and church maybe under that away to Mudo. Come to Musuma Bataha, naming cheer the MP. Obia, Obaya Empia, Igua Futunism, Quekube. What then she say, Gua Queen, Quamina, and Zamor Ben Oye Hubasa. Because this time around, maybe more dano. First in Obed or the factory Baba, made by four. When you're human, you are here. And the man said, yeah, Yanam Quim, my yatrish maybe Yassassi as a NAC. I think so was assassin that out. Quamina, assassin or home, but the MC, Yan Yaza Crope, Quamina Bida. Okay. In Saudi maternity. Michiana Shunko, maybe I will be once again. Quamina be a question. It be a question. Quamina Pedent was to be somewhere there. Abania offered say CIA MPP banana and Ako Fado no AM president. The man Zaman Abu was in the Mahama and was a bag. At the time, and a call, and when you yim or doing so. A bit somewhere there, the Mazin, the Ma Benny, our Fidi, was Yadana, Bananiza. I'll be some question, maybe some question. The Ma Benny or Fidi, be said that the me a Japazana, Mahama, or the Jano. The Maban was Yadana. As a Quabosa or the Kesawa, what? Kamina and Zamaru could do a second one. Oh, you won't containers Nazi. But Kamina. So, big Kawoda. But it's a container. What's with who? So you're still talking about container. What's when we wine? Ninan we want Kamina. Maybe so you answer me. I hear a waka. 54 now I can weigh one. Okay. 54 now I want to China free away with the containers be go on my code. I will find then a Syria no more container or China free. One no come out of my China. For maybe it's a Kwamina. Kwamina is it remaining? Man consemido. Kwamina. So what's the obi dada watch wa? What's so dada in the gun? Kwamina, yawa ban papa. When would they? And you may or dear to me, baby. To solve our energy problem. Come now, and shall be it then. Nay, and then Jayana, a banner of one year track on and Chababacao. Again, some am not sure the ye baby, Yabakaka for sky, the train cow. Never solve any problem. Kwamina, no, in Chayam fund taxing fund to Fuala, Yatodo. Kwamina, Gan and Yibia and you are Bakada Damazi, oh no. Gan and you are Bakada or no in there, a budget the Missican, now fine years I cadere, because a man no. And your mamma could see no bo. Yan I money be by the spending officer. It is on yan. We educate you there. The men who win your womb, ya complain now, no, the business is conform. Inti, not Jenny and there, and no there. The man's in no yaws and what over brain in Yara. Yaji to ma, or do to me. No, Baja to ma, parliament for because you are representing us. Now, when we there, in for so, no affecting and crara. into the maza, young farm for the yen solve your energy sector problems. Pamna, yen animisha, where's your nephew? Why that akopad rakata somewhere as some non phone when I started the rokum is a grow obukuntam. And it's a banapapa. Kwamina, Dama 1 CD Jija, Kwamina, Yenya no nya $5.7 billion. Kwamina ne kawayazi, a kawayazi. Ayo yeso de. Yazikao $3.1 billion. Atasi. Na come the problem you why the mama me done dodo me feeling dodo. Hwe come na the time man you do so. Mama kafa a Mary plant the bell Ghana. Yen nyuma scientific. What's the other regions no one win for some. Inti abani of feed yi kama Mary plant no kesi kumase. Kwamina
so
on
Ashanti region in Kuti, American baby, it was helping the whole nation because
and you were mad was the Kaidan war questioning. One mother says, "Oh, when you're the most in having a power." It's a Banadan, one mother Ashanti region. Yan we see one was a Ashanti region be all switching Cape Coast. It's one walk over your light and our friend Dodo. Maybe our brain Katra. Na kwamina sika wasn't my planty do fia amuna ni bei awure madafi takradi to Kumasi the miss can obere by kwamina and from takradi to Kumasi no or from how to US
so chairman this they say is it sustainable because there is a fundamental challenge the energy sector. We are talking about fiscal indiscipline, talking about inefficiencies.
Mismanagement was in Edwa. My body be a mechanical. Young physical indiscipline or cold war. A bunny away for thee. No one should send me as a brainy. But Mamma Peda quick or to solve. Pamina said, Dama 1 Ghana CDC Waji. Ayenyi mda sawaja obatum gwetra ya nekao azi yendum so abefom sawaji na yendum so ambefom wa yendum so ambefom ya neka wentum entu akwamena amaraka samabaha abaya campaign tie mama.
Currently are we experiencing doom so kwamena ye woman kakra on siden kanoman. Are you getting it? At the time an MPP of power we complained to the extent the minister catch in there. Say ya your time table ya fan to air. Arrogance. Kwame would sometimes say when MPP workers are, I get angry all the time. As if they whom when they were in power. Pamina aban papa about them to say out to one John Moyan to the extent that Baji Levy Kazas yet tram. Tommy says that the yards of Papa and Jagana from Papa Karamon jump. I'm fine yards of Pepe Biam and fun for some brain. That is what Ghana for force Adam Amakum. Nessa man, what you want Ghana CDC? No to me to solve them problem as a man. Oh, my yen do so conform and all cockra. Na yana call you tia. I mean, Macade, we are if you no fancy shem fan to ye. Not the main discipline or what sector on to me if you na Ghana for young train. Pamela. Ma'am or don't tackle any energy sector very well, apart from the men she say yours abi. Or don't sector war because they know the canker. Or Biara no bonim. Biara or the was in the Kajina court, no in Samano. Don't Bagana Faber. I'm not chances are me use them with your cause. What's the name of Chamabako? I know being used to be a baby or one tia. Yan kwa trampa kwamina yan what do you call it meters na de yetum ye kete ho ebi wo worry leakage wom echamo bende embri to bri no ye kwa fie ne yakata se de leakage bi wo ma na se leakage no wo na se onko wo meter ni ma all affect. Is it clear? Baba affect abano no.
So affect was able to more. So it is even better. The energy minister about to one man. And 1 hour you do one war electricity. What quite fear worker check. Meter sini be so be no me be asema. E be no ones where you want to ya. Come right is there. I have normal electricity they will tell you it is there. But we don't do these checkups.
Okay.
It is here to me a checkup see come I don't think that.
So the company responsible for checking all these things.
They have to.
Now they are not doing it. Why must the ordinary Ghanaian prepaid make transfer and may use at the end of the day? I need to suffer for all these things.
Exactly. Mama be soon told that. Sabotan kawa immediately doctor you. So you should be able to do something to save the situation before one sana a doctor. Sisi ajinabi ejinayi. Inti no botu mwabwen. Na ye take ye time sa hwehwe enzama ya yobotu mwesisi utunano.
Okay.
Ame on CBM. Kwamne mama kwa.
Just a minute.
Mama kwa. Nefu wa ya kasa no ye 15.22. At the time and ye nyanimi wo fi abenim. Wa ba 11 cities coming now. It's 1 city now pointed to that still. Don't take any effect.
That argument in the way I don't know. Is it justifiable?
We all prefer. It is.
How? Because as a government, I'm working there.
Exactly.
So if a numerical form must you introduce a justification that
It's a banasi opunyanum. The mazin ya young bottom. Susan para. Okay, Abanayamanche. Abanaye, young 110. Abanaye, young 110. Be able to hide it. Yakasa. It's a common abanasi, but young botany. And one way I'm paying for a woman. It's Yansia Kama. Saying, my friend, Mama Yanchi say. Nayan Jan Tuma. Now some robots in an man pot away. I'm not to be.
So, Chama Masanabo will be
exactly the point.
Medase for Antimasama Mukwazizo na Uriana Maba, I want to know, Oba Akasa. Aziz. Yes, do you think this levy, is the most effective solution to solve these inefficiencies and then the legacy debt and energy sector debt and the American Wasam?
What's government chair? It's for you are bringing bring. Also go. I won't know yellow. Na young fan that's gonna say, young farmer now without it's here for no. In your hat. Maybe I'm going to make you know because a freak a zero. Na chia. Mam papa, Mr. Alfred could be again. Na chia. Party for over 50 months to Cape Coast North and South. Senior, I'm bringing you up. But the pain, it's a very simple question. The woman, the person I name. A very simple question. You see, before about race issue, I said, Papa, MC now. Abani beya what's not go for so many months no man obey Juma. Others as MC or be Juma. Actually what's on baby
Juma.
No, that's what he is saying. Also obey Juma.
So
what it means is that
if I understand in literal terms, and say a Juma obey
no, what he is saying is obey Juma.
So there are plans for development.
So which are your language? Oh, let's have a very serious discourse. I'm not attacking your personality. Why would I attack your personality? As the MC or Bay Juma, as my kind of which means that let's make progress. You see, yesterday, a senior member of your party being a minister of state, sat in parliament in a committee meeting. Okay, Ghana Funya there. On one kind of containers in your way. It became even a banter between only one MP, telling Ghanaians there it was offended. See me being a way investigation was a brand. No one kind of containers no or your way. You are here. There has been excess of a number of containers now. I will claim there. Why you? There has been twice the number we go for you. You also see you are here saying there containers are you. Yes, so if you want us to discuss missing containers and the who MP, who Minister of State, Energy Minister, or catcher and there, one kind containers are you. If you want us to discuss that issue, we'll discuss it. But you ask a very simple question. Abani, what's the illegal baby? Instead of him to address that issue.
But this is different from e-levy.
But this is e-levy.
How is this equal to e-levy?
Senior, energy sector and the energy abadi.
Okay, so energy, okay.
This is e-levy.
So it's not e-levy as in the sense of what you brought.
I will need it, but it's e-levy. You see, abani biya able to mpona. I call the advanced countries. They pay tax, and a two no the bomana hobra. Omana kunim. But in our part of the world, to do now, today I want to say, what your formal jobs, private worker crowd, what to pay your taxes, then the government sectors, But in paying, need more or formal. In the abandoned there, pay in your young Chinese to do, you must go school free. A lot of staffs in this country, I was there. Eddie Bibi Bar, but do now about you. It's more in there. What's Bibi Bar fund e-levy, electronic transaction levy. It is a draw car, which is above, I think 200 cities. I stand corrected. 200 cities you are entitled to pay. No, in a day, said a transact more than 200. That's why you. I stand corrected, but that's what I know.
It was around 100, beyond 100 Ghana cities.
Yes, so if it's below 100 cities, actually, in a day, want to or exceed the amount, over 100 and so now, I attract that one city living. But you know me, or Baba nature, it is a cream. Senior. Do you know that he live in no or have effect to be because in a day if I don't transact one time, I get what I'm saying. Say if I don't use my Momo account, if I don't use my banking, there wouldn't be any charges. You see, I want to say and I'm gonna go to knowing very well that say a man bokunima every year too. Today, if I'm a woman pay what I pay as tax, it is more than 600 cedis. Mam can say, see, a better they are widen the tax nets so that government will get more revenue for development. Oh boy, abandoning wicked or scrap e-levy. In there, about abandoning quickly a scrap e-levy, then you are bringing another e-levy. That is 1%. On your a gallon of fuel. Also, you want to see the field on a gallon of fuel, a liter of fuel, which is being sold at 12 cedis, 78 pesos. A liter of fuel. It is a liter kubia, a 1 cedi. It is when I buy 1 gallon, almost 5 cedis. So if I buy 10 gallons, how much am I paying?
Minister say it will not affect the.
No, see, no. Yeah, but if I buy 10 gallons a day, maybe I'm a car can say, long in a day, Them to 20 gallons. It means I am buying over 100 cedis. I can go. Meanwhile, so somebody was charging one cedi. You stood or lambastic government in the portal. Then today, I don't know. I was on in the bay if you brought a more dying, more serious than what it was implemented by the previous government, and you are here justifying it. At now, as in one of the LBA. At now, if you want to have that argument, you have that argument. Now, our budget no anymore. Mao budget anymore.
For the liquid fuel now.
I go for kept our light on for about 8 years. Obaji, no. Mr. Rofo. No, Mr. Rofo, young student, Mr. For about 8 years. Mr. Rofo, Azaza. So the e-levy you have bring, you see, in a country where we live, say fuel book it affects almost everything. It affects almost everything. So when there is a hike, when there's an increment, so this one city, my no autumn for funo, about affects. My no cover by Chibugu Hono, about affects. So basically, everything will start to ejaculate. I hope you get what I'm driving at. So you don't sit here and justify there. Put up 1 gallon of petrol, need to 5 cities for to, which will affect almost everybody today.
NPP government, did you collateralize the ESLA?
Yes, on the most yes.
What was the reason? Don't you also think that collateralizing ESLA on your neighbor doing Pempendubi and we are talking about?
No, when we came to office, we had a legacy debt.
Yes.
I would now go to school for the sake of our listeners. Oh, I doubt the job.
Yes,
yes. Legacy means that the job. So I want to let you know the courage.
So as is maybe.
No, what's the question? Let me try to explain for people of our listeners.
Ebusian what the courage ebusia pain be in a way be.
What can we just pay no?
Ebusia pain be. Eno je ebusia nim. Ena ebusia pain no rekono. A Kobe or the ebusia pain for Florida. But there was a mechanism or a fado na what they cheer the mechanic. The mechanism of for the check on. As in the sawa. And this kind of bananka, the mechanism obo chia, the me a corner on the day church on. Sikano Benesim de Kusawa Kojibribi. How do we pay for a corner the one?
The man who got a medal about 2 account for legacy debts. So you see, say, I there a count or the honor, but no to take a can't grow. Or yes, shay. Ebia, we default for so many years ago,
because of collateralizing to
no, you're not getting my argument though. The debts were default, so there was a means that you need to interest. So how do you settle those amounts? In the I answer opportunity there to now, it was kind of it's in soon.
This criminals can be made you check on it and that quiet. Yeah, so how do we pay?
Offers cannot take no. Like here in soon, and I'm fine talking them. The case very well. No, that case is to settle the debt they left us. To settle the debt they left us. See there. So see if you've left us debt, I can one cut the Muhammad discount or giant count to. But this guy and count to and we
legacy debt the Abenibiaba Obeja in the energy sector or other sector.
But he should have mentioned it. That they left us debt. And so they say, Esra, I did this to the boy Brano. If I get sour, I know or it is kilo gumnezio. It's get sour work and Jibusa some of the debt. That's why we kept our light on for so many years. I can't show there to put 1 liter. 1 city. And say, I'm money a woman. Actually, it's either grants, loans, then I was in tax crazy, not about money home, bra. It is on your grant or your loan. Not about money home, bra. It is a haba, a giant cow. Then a cow there. Skin you was this year. And see, you pay me collateral, making yen, whenever I get so that we will keep our light on. You sit on radio and tell the whole Ghana there. Or friend, doom so you today. I admit on your cancra. Doom so you. You see, we are here na akohwia wodi gu aba no ho fi no I mean oyi won do hataw.
So as is in a minute facing up na men kwante.
Ewa akohwia wodi odi ba power no I mean no you won do hataw. You see what na in there you can say auto petrol or friend 240 cedis. It means I am to pay about 17 cedis tax. But in Kano, na me send obi and them me iska 204 cedis. Put ya 4 cedis of 2 cedis 4 pesos. You start on TV, you start on radio. Or abandon that abandon more no on yet. Oku Ghana for 1 minute.
Oh, 1 minute in aso.
Very well.
Na
my young power point me there. Why did them scan ya no? And also what to light bill, what to light him about 14.79%. What also what to consume 4%. Abana on man phone.
All right.
Aside the SJ to petrol, and them scan for some do ya. And also out to light him, also to what him.
As is when I say, Nana. Oh my God. I tell myself, me too.
Kwamina. Last time, me tina am a car assembly. I am there. You see Uncle Boy. It's a cheap politics or near the call, baby only there. Last time it's a marry ya where the fango. And Yaza what can't you there a man yourself. Oto di bill. Ubiti there a hen light is some. Nyaza uncle there is a man yourself. Oto di bill biti the yenin susam. Sikasasa Nazina Ayaza and Canada is a man yourself. Do so one starting there. My problem in yo do so many. No yin to me and so. It's a in a tax shop. What you were memory. You ko baby a cobabusa, 1 minute says so. One some was doing the word share tax. No would do to a money at it. In Punibia, Anna. But previous government in Pometa today. Say a codo edgy taxa. Obubu viefitization to production. Anna, Yana catching. But Obertin a gonodon, no one day. Tax in our general, or boy a man. Eh? See, I can't see.
Aziz, allow her. Aziz, allow her. Antimansa 17.
Or move. Be any problem. Or you 17 for the. But or tax some brame. Or tax a brame. And me menses or tax them. Some of the pada you will find a tax that. Aziz, allow you.
Aziz Jan,
I can't ask a man. I don't for sir. To my Z, yo, share. Blowing country best said the tax in a Yazia. Emma, Yazibumana. Or the Yeti and one see. Or the Yeti and one see. Ye live in a year can one shaman. Problema o woman ade good o ma aban no onye kakrende ena nkofo bebe ye adwuma wo internet atasa enti nkofo ye adwuma wo internet transaction no easy man aziz otna time yi le bibe wan transaction why be that because on tu ama na aban no am on taxing dem koku edu no so ntobi atasa say you can say problem one in there. 1 Ghana na wado to a liter don't know. Abam for soon na Ghana ye benya. Ose kwende ozobwa. Me yankanya then we jinado ana.
Yes.
Previous years so what say odum say. Since I me edri sanusu odum so. Sadum pro, sadum abezo. But also already 1 Ghana or that 1 liter. Liter be out 1 Ghana.
So if the era of doomsday or doomsaw government was able to seek other avenues to keep the light on? Why must we be paying or be taxing another?
Asama na mraba one.
Yes.
Kwamina. Sisi, my brother Kasa, brother appears okay there. Oh, affect yan lorry fay. Ne need it. Ye kese yala kala kuche what to na why problem. Because this Saturday me call takradi. Me call some fair wajem. Remember so some fair wajem. Me kase ya no chede. O chede. Why there baby ameteno. Meteno some for car, muko station na me kapeke car. Oh ya another course. Mete Atabazi Junction. In Elmina, you need a credit station. Kept was water credit station. Elmina, you need a credit station. Yes. If you are away, you need a credit station.
Tabazi, the car no look to Mojo at Tabazi.
Tabazi, it's fair no more to know what to do. So, what's one peswa? Or do you make sure that at one peswa if that amount to the tree for the one? One pin, or you can't say be that time no origin is gonna map a barrel at us. But Kwamina, my man can't some intro. The main bray woman, Ewa, a patch of the pedal boy here, my yana was in original da, or that tax yana and son to my woman and now was in age another, Kanyam was in age another. A honey problem. At us, a honey problem no. Or sunny day, in Kofu Bebre, wa, Winnica. Say she said drivers said to a little 11 cities them work a mammy car. It's a little my sister Muedri. Also did minja any ma there. May check. But
currently per what the minister is saying, Ayaza this 1 Ghana per liter no over affect or drivers. To the extent
wrong.
Passengers.
Or then one can say out so be education wasn't my drivers GPLT you.
You where the miss can
cano. Or send the sisters a driver ni koto a fuel. No one Ghana na about the liter no da. More by in there. Only passenger about 4 car no be confusion. So passenger can as it was to because you was not to do 1 city. And as I make come over. So previous government, man a little no cosol. Man wa before. Man no cosol. Man wa before. Tina mizin come a cheap politics. Near a farm go yazi. A cheap politics. Because the Iribano or may a task today. This government, one a liter to gallon or a previous government, no 1 gallon price. Tisunya kwenye no babetodo. No what to do? It has a what so do we ya? Problem you now mozin or you kanya mozin, so no sure they and you solve. You better the yen sikaya that solve. I had a problem in the bay. Abba corner ever for the yen sikaya that solve. The meda litana yet told them. Yan say yan for 1 Ghana, yan fanka kahu. Nian tumna yanji. Na a physical ye binyan, yan fun to a corner. A kind of MPP one bar bayman, what catch a Ghana for them. Dum sona you facing it's not about a power, it's about money. Yeah, them no catch na. Ana
Aziz Nyabete.
Ewa. Ina MPP NDC for swa, Mr. MPP na wakan. Ina NDC for swa patch na yesika. Because one of the mega white akam. Unto that Ghana you 2 year ija inya amazon 24/7. And then this MPP for super chat oh yeah kawa wa gbegu only problem e wo ti so ye day see say ye bu de oh yeah kaw it's abakon na eba for the able to dem kaw na kan na tum wagina na nando
now the question you be send dem kaw no
o fini
be because your friend e mame ana e wo fie anu ada amam dem nkotan me kotan e be no ma abaka cho dem abakaw a corner
a
tony then. Now, I want to get tony it's banded more. Yes, and I call what day. Yabu go in
the sister, you're today. Every month, you see a post trader, it's your account.
Yes.
At a prepared at a credit.
Yes.
It's a call no fee for no bar. I had a problem, And then, we use lights near the 1 year. No, there, a man near the end, yes, it's a fool. It's not America there. A cheap politics. some ministers ward na what them free no onena yɛrehwɛ na yɛda aka ho asɛm a na ɔno yɛnhwɛ na ministers so wontua bi maame ntua former president so no ntua
ana
nto yɛda
ocho abakano Azi don't go there please don't go there anti ma say we mam Azi don't go there anti ma say we mam
me yɛ kan there sɛ problem ne hinara yɛretua yɛreto sɛ wɔn a yi siege wɔn no na corruption bi kɔ wɔ sikasɛm ma ɔma Ghana de bi ayɛgye kawa ɔde yɛhwɛ sɛ ministers na yɛn constitution no wɔn ama kwan dɛ ɔntum na wunya dɛm akazi ne hinara no so ɔde yɛhwɛ wɔn yɛ ka wɔn asɛm because one Ghana na was to a fuel elite no ɔnyɛ problem o but me mentase
anti ma say a problem o
yeah but a problem I mean so ɔnyɛ problem I mentase mentase because we educate ma ina me matase do ye do de mutua na do ye do de mutua aha ni problem
okay.
But Ghana say what the tax rubber what ko ka tira mbrehye bogom na we ye ni ria na wa pass na Ghana fa
and the certificate of agency inti
ina Ghana fo na ye botua tax no yet na ho no education to me better there tax na akono mo we den ye rutua ye ko Ghana ho na yi levy bay what to no party Ghana fear time ye can ye at the end of the day you ya na entua you che the same thing in the elite wa be was what one Ghana to do mentase the man a taxi driver vision taxi the man a private man be sure or car no so taxi so the education no automoko form
okay
na what church show me tax na ye should be some question there in the kanya na ya tono and the yet sika na here for no eden oko
all right anti my say me that say chairman there is one question in the street people are asking Dame 1 cedi on a liter was the abbey me koto fuela ena what charging ewodo anamebua. Now the minister is telling me there and I'll catch a Ghana for there all affect the pump you know so say all affect I didn't manta the misikano omba so where is government going to get that money?
Yeah Kwamina you see before the badwin baby no woba woni bia na na nyame oza adwen atewutiro na sare dwun so a ndwen ndaro edwen 1000 years ahead on them fancy pinfo wo moto bi was dwen hweka atase Kwamine minister hu ide nyame chaze fuel an year 2015 cedis no atase a liter no say multiply by 5 liters or gallon ma enwa ebongu price ebenya is almost 70 what 75 a gallon na nyame a chere na ze ye reduce am 11 it's 11 times 5 obey 55 a gallon is that not it okay so me find every liter crown me 1 Ghana cedi no be 60 into chere den kanu ma 75 still in the mobile until then kanu man into minister say in a quickly yentum for bibi in fan shed them secting ne yentum yen yi ka oni femfi no do.
Why would you say they all affect because I didn't know cotton or better into directly it will affect me.
No be also come ne ebo tum ze call esu ayentum bobra Prague empire ko e free if you radio station is here about for Prague akofi is that Prague you know boko go to viewer enti viewer ne dey be aboto e pay enten ho yankere Ghana akali yedwuma na hwe ho ze brain nti kwamna is not an issue kwamne mamre kanyina he there ehun kwamne is about education right se bibia ye bebia am of the view there yentre won educate Ghana fo yenche won senti nkruntra ya pede yaze either a policy or either bibia ya hyehyɛ boboy en ankasa na mmom won fan hyehyɛ nto on the Ghana fo se me yekeche won there ya pede ye what do you call it ya pede ze dan policy be se ya bana yentum ya mfa anya za yekeche won there be ya mama boma ya won turn that they should punish us. Are you getting it?
Okay.
but my catch out there. Mammy, na me no that no. Kwame na me say obi mu. Ona me ka fancy kasa aziz one tsatsi. Da me ka de MC en shashie oze gwa akwano do na orebeye no. You see, I have 4 years mandate into orebeye. And as it be also a you plan. Even as the banu crano in the body of a plan. Then with the Abba fertilizer and mania in Suana motu with a good mate with a good over to winning. It's only MPP and I want to plan. But I mean policies what to treason planting for food and jobs. The Riana Quabazian. One district, one factory. Yeah, we are. Near one factory, be out what to be or the export be what do you call it? Sekaka Kabogu and export revenue. Kwame, where we are so about one constituency, 1 million. If it would be waiver. It's the monk of you are quick to come out with policies. 1 billion. But Kwamina, it is not NDC. Now what NDC be one day, it go my day. And I'm calling with the water in ya want to be. It would chroma tezi. Now then Kofriki came, and then Kofriki came. By MPP Tani, and Kofriki come. Shaba Ghana for 2 years. Now in when you're non Tazinsa, in Chabana prefer on radio station or the water. Pair what Mama is doing. A found the one radio station or the water, but they will come and do the normal propaganda.
So generating these monies to defray the cost of buying fuel to generate what is next?
Kwamina.
Because after that, there are a lot of inefficiencies.
Mizin can make catch out there. Mizin can make catch out there, Kwamina. Minister one, and on your mama. Plan a waff on a day. You pay you tray and count them. Are you getting it? My children being poor. A beyond the BBC. Near be $1 conenima on by affection. It's means in Quenya Fansha, man, never the Mukonia many. The fewer what's to the Quana, edgy there, say fewer. Ya be and all 18, 19, 20. And tell them, Mama, or back one for once into that. On to Obos Ropo. But when they couldn't be brave, it's quickly and to me, Adamazi and Triangle. If you are, you make sure there. Ya could be Macan canoe. Ya what you the one know what age. Abazin Baye, near Sisu Daman, a quanina. Because Quamina, and some of you are now banqueting or you. Pamela also. Me follow. Yeah. Kwame me se pia ko impromptu. Enkofu on fiefie go na. Energy no obodo fami tenim. Kwame na wanza ma waye. And one of our electricians they know. But azoru boy na branyi inspection. Kwame the mountain ozi yambo. I don't know the energy sector. Well, one wanna walk around. Where you inspect meters. What should they want to crowd? Well, lay. Why a snazen? Where to my ye? Jankanum. Before I pursue them, but for be done by a wire laying from on. And although ye nipa odzimwa, obotum way, well lay wires are uncover a how broad arching. Non for house some brand mano. Pamna, all these things, we don't do them. Shakwamna, say Eba, Ian Den, a Denisisi, Ewu. Damitan planners are down, don't watch an azina. Some of them don't even do it. To the extent that Kofokra Kessi. What is done? What is Su Kwanman Sutra? Or you for an hour. Now we are a son of an admiral. They are going to turn them a wastage. It's a comment about timer. Mr. President here. Or what dear? Or Yaban, Papa, Waban, and Copanzamani. The bus sunny day. Or Yadamazi in area. On quarter sector. On Konkanka. Non solving.
There has been fiscal interventions why ineffective for number of years.
Yes.
Do you think this intervention will be effective enough to solve those issues?
Mama is trying to leave a legacy. Wakache na manfibia de. Ghana for bana watu ameno. Wantu ne kekeo. Inti se anye jume biama. Ghana for winu anje. Yana membu iwan. Ghana for punish and save. Are you getting it? So we'll ensure that may I catch the Ghana for biado the Abiano. Kwame Abaye. All right. Kwame Minyan quick, Minyan Quazis.
10 seconds.
Okay, 10 seconds. Oka Sembi about legacy debt. na wo kwani James ka say James ka nche wan cedi njo baba de entua and politics na as in as in bring what be there as we recorded to make sure that the mazi baye but because of ambatunti in eja kwamina why the papa or the cow ne we japazi there why investment be otua ka on kakra ne mom say one of investment is kind of one bar the major pazi turn na fotua abaze fotua ka wono ana na mama yes one we je ne japazi yan hwe ne fentua da maka we ebe za akobobosa na za bo busane ntum kwa da miskani mo amechire bi se ntum entua da maka wona then we be take them our friend e japazi na dikisa wa one na je bosa no na kwam da je bosa o de tumtua ka wono ncha down to yes yes but because them friend na is you see any how it ya da why as a cow
chama that's it Aziz
after doing all this to us
Aziz member odo I mean addressing financial gaps in the energy sector can we always rely on introduction of new taxes what should be the appropriate way
senior before I address the issue, I would like for the purpose of education, it's for when we assumed office, when the fuel prices globally per barrel, actually Brent, it was around $95 per barrel. That's called the hike. So we can Brent for the looking ahead the IEA forecast Brent could average $65.85 in 2025 and deadline and decline to 59.24 in 2026 as global oil production is expected to outpace demand. So that is 2025 crude price. Then financial 2024 when we were in office. I say benchmark oil prices. They are indispensable for referencing the many types and grades of oil on the global market. In the past 2 years, the annual price of 1 barrel of Brent crude oil saw a net increase. So in 2024, it stood up. That is May 16, 2025. It was around $80.53.
2024 or 2025?
2024, in 2024, somewhere May 2024, around $80.53. So it means that this Trump-China issues, has been affected crude prices. In the higher time, 2024, as at May, then 1 barrel of fuel, around 80.53. In them, you can say it's around 65 about. So there's been a sharp reduction of fuel prices. But if you think that petrol no back of into young far a crime do 90 to me for name Giska, near Fanky at the full. Abana Ben, I was when Jashin was able to keep our light on for about what do you call it 8 years. But you, I bet 6 months, you've seen what is happening. To the extent that the Doom Sompo timetable Aba. Or the minister has brought timetable for Doom Sompo. Very well. If you have a actual. Is there one? You see, if you want to sustain power, there are proper measures. The problem you have as a country, it is not production of power, but crude to power these plants. A doctor in energy when it comes to petroleum and its products. Papa or John Mahama one. He was the Minister of Energy. No, because Mahama is unable to solve them so because a how on your power generation or his car is able to crude maybe be new
that into on your
so Sisela, wala minister. No, senior. Let's have intellectual discourse. Anyway, I kept. Let's have, for the sake of our listeners, senior, it's a free tale. Let's have intellectual discourse.
Chairman, allow me.
Aziz Nka petrol bu hako from cry. Nka expect there. Nka abani botum out to petrol no and what of fan go that power yam plant. Abra abani bi ho na na nebu yedze no mpo otoy. I hope you get what I'm saying. Abani bi ho na nebu yedze no per barrel no was around 80 something no otoy. Then that no do at 65. As a Ghana food a liter of a petrol 1 cedi and send it to my top. Oh yes, see. As a Fanfimo a motor was a gesture can be. Now I didn't be an answer home. I was only I didn't be an answer home. I brought petrol no boy no. I brought petrol no boy no. Or to keep our light on for almost 8 years. In then petrol you are saying we should pay for our light to be on. Meanwhile, so in committee hey, answer some lights. No, just makuto credit no answer to some lights. So what else should I pay? Because I am already paying for the power. Oh yeah, senior.
Yes.
Because I am already paying. We should prepaid. Answer them some lights. No, just to credit answer them also. And you are also telling me that I should pay extra. Now, Abra for a boy at the Nimpon. On the Puama can't change the inside 2 cedis, 5 cedis for a gallon of a gallon of fuel. As a penny martin today, a gallon of fuel, almost 5 cedis. What I'm supposed to pay. No one solve doom so. Abra petrol boy, no, I believe you can't change them. And then I will say, what's it so? No, you have to pay extra. Oh, yes, yeah. The man say me what I sit down and think, analyze the answer.
Aziz Medasi.
Abra, look we had into ya. What sort of no yamotia?
Okay. Medasi. Antimansa.
Kwamina.
Nana Mambo.
Light na ori day problem no started last year. Ekaya.
Yes.
Kwamina Ekaya.
Yes.
What started last year no? What started last year no? Yentu me fix it. By no kwat. Don't to be fixed. On a why and can crown away to them time. My problem, you will see saying the even they come or the education or ye juma. Because the education in ye jumenti, if you are rent assy, why there at so a bonado? Now a down, Emma. Now Sanabakacha and a sana to do 1 Ghana. Atasa. Better than in Panobetasi. So, I the motor Robin Peter to paper because there as a fool no prize no our son. Atasi. And now prize no our son no a cow wa bra a babani muday. Sagana for my one acquaintance to me back a sound year was second coming a rebana. Mistakes si biara ye biara baba correct mistakes. Only don't your bud. Ibia Mr. Con, oh no, only no to moon correcting the mistake. Anna, it is a waba. As I say, oh, your mistake, but 2016, so a mistake on your codum sopan or 2 abeti. 2016, a banner year 2 abeti and no, another what 2 abeti and this abano. And I'm going for pay change. This time, soon go for here change. The problem here when in or the education to me juma. And a sikano what in a per liter and until say at 1 gallon which is 55 can about 60 cedis. Until better than it's me mina what to fuel do no better say. A honey problem is or better than or better say. Because at so do no about 55. It is a down never can away to 6 1 tassy into the education or to me juma. Interwest radio is there to educate, give information, and after that entertainment. And it is educating you now. You about one city every Jiwaya no one. A Jumana Azerbayanu, or deal with the major mayor Yanus, a Jumna died as I, aha, on here.
As is Monwi, we are.
Aha, on here. Otto de Bim. And a year there's a cannibaba. Na account no other way I'm a gun of film with day. A corner ya jima brother appear ububu ya win there say what you want Ghana na a corner ya jimpo ye che binyam for soka krawechi. Debu no bubu me yetasi. Ti say binyam for soka krawechi a mema bend the ye living na ya kajiji na ye wu baby a sika no tutu no koduri. Because this government oboko fio on the a court a be basse bido. Tis a wabajija education badono. No way, one conta was a magana for. Yan task the YouTube bill. Na yato bill. Yes, a guya unit to do. Na still
yato power.
Yato unit, sorry. Brady. Choya, oya titi. Because problem, I mean, Mujunu will see Sarah in them. Nippade Bakade. Still, F4 car. In the driver Fubi or what, Sabil. One a lifestyle no or multi.
But this announcement in Pablo and the Kofuka and culture and see the was
as some in America. Into other years said I work with GPLT for what come on education. Aside drivers woman education, so what to air time will be able to yet informate the radio stations, TV station, what also come education. In your passengers ever for can. No yats are there. A one gun and what out to do on Canyon.
Okay.
Until them or back at still like a canoe. Okay.
Obey effective. On your drivers so I could talk fuel. You find my price assistant all the way. No, but one fast can be income because in that the quota would be back, but it will not affect the pumps. So I want to know. I don't get.
Oh, no, I'm still I'm a good idea. Education is Juma, brother. Education is driver in the middle there no call filling station auto benya. And
yes.
It's not case why you late. Don't go filling station when you need them or do you or no bisa. A pump no one there. Them no them minya and menya ni there. In the call most filling station. Them later now was one chombo. Later no wubunu wumbu later wubuna amount. Filling station be no more way.
And so I know the echo me pede etono but the liter price is always there. But if or pedo wunda liter a day into move we find the 5 liter. So pedo wunda 5 liter ni ya kone tank. I will ko baby auto 5 liter ni tank yama. But oko baby
better than buying it.
I mean car driver say for work and na work am yeti. It's the
amount. I think drivers in work one can me per 3 liters, 2 liters. But I cost me to 100 Ghana. Me to
I want our car. My make it as I will car in him that liter ni yesin. I will amount na return. The man of drivers been working. Also that say me a day no. I said how I do too but Ewa but ninga na chi no kwamela aza obobua ti me mini my tax na wa ba no obeja atum o education.
All right.
Education no koda obobua.
Where that's it anti myself. Yes.
I have a report here, dated 4th January 2025. State of the Nation's address. Go for the last State of the Nation address. Hassan Oroko. Also, the Akufo-Addo government kept the energy sector legacy debt at $2.5 billion, the same level it's inherited.
So about $2 billion.
Yes, they kept
now Oracle no get $2.5 billion.
Yes, other correct one. Okay.
So what happened to Esla?
No, Esla we didn't touch it. Oh yes, it's I don't know how to say it in fancy.
Because the Esla
the Musanu kept our light on for so many years. Musanu Amam now in 2 cities and a little of one. You don't get it. What
the best energy?
Yes.
Energy sector.
Yes, to keep our light on for almost 8 years. Them no ama.
At the end of the day, in your regime, you say IPPs threatening to.
No, it is not. It is not level way.
But I just maybe I'm you. A mechanism is there. What do you bet you in the energy sector?
Sometimes,
yeah. Maybe you understand my question.
Very well.
A mechanism is there. You need to in the energy sector debt. I say the mechanism that called you Busia me that say energy sector. Eric Conunson, you're the one to call the energy sector.
No, see the thing.
How?
No. You left a problem for us. Yeah, but no. And for we kept the light on. The sky is so canyon. But a counter would general. You to me, you just them corner what to know. In this report, no, in this report, them question again. Oh.
Walankasa majority leader, Oseme Sabosu, told us that we solved Dumso to the extent where SS power may be Krakotogo. What are you talking about?
Okay. All right. So
I have a report that is second March 2017. Second March 2017. Go to
the report. Second March 2017.
17. This is Peace FM online. For Sambafo, he was your director of elections then. Sat on Peace FM, told the whole Ghana that Mahama would have ended Dumso if NDC was retained. That was 2nd March 2017. Mahama would have ended Dumso if any. Your own.
All right.
Relax. The issue is that Oseche Mesamonsu came out.
So that we have a
performance. Mulusino, men lose woefully like what you had. But even by 1 point against you, it's still against you. I want to moment break before when you answer to Biaro. Oh, Nabuta, when you answer to Biara. Nabuta, while I'm Boba Bragana for him down Boba, you see me, Boba, Bopocho, our Bocho, it's a free tail. Your friend is made from Bocho. Thank you. Nabat Bocho. The issue is that.
Oh, Aziz, let's have a fruitful discussion. All right. But my main kind of messages in the bina young queen in him. I see a zoo a resetting Mr. Speaker from Abominim. Okay, so mention I had the issues is on Yen Freud and young queen in him. My own messages in there are a bunch of messages that I need to deal with. Let me deal with it. Now, good afternoon, Mr. Host. Please, you said ESLA was passed during the time of NDC. Please, did the MPP continue with that levy? Are you sure the disbursement of that levy was well distributed after collection? I guess the other problem is also from IPP. We buy fuel for them and they generate power and sell it to us. What transaction is this? It's Ghana government transaction. Okay, Mr. Speaker from Abominum, Mr. Speaker, yo. Kamna, good afternoon. Please, Kamna, this government in 6 months in office, he increases petroleum 3 times, electricity 14.75 and water 4.02. He couldn't fix Dumso. Please, Kamna, can one city levy on all petroleum taxes or products? This fix Dumso Okay, NDC Robin Peter to pay Paul is back again from KKBK. But your message in a trivia and asana shomibio. I demand ne can yo debia. Okay. We all knew enormously predicament that normally surrounding in the energy sector. So why is it that NPP tend to propagate false memorandum to public to influence others that is equivalent to e-levy? That be childish comments from Ernesto doing the listening at AJ Chrome Camp. Okay. Good evening, Mr. Host. The NPP mismanagement of the economy has led this country to all this mess. NPP should shut up and leave this government alone. Aban Papaba. I'm Dorcas from Nkamfa. Dorcas, it's been a long time. I was buying more than 6 months back. I used to buy a liter of fuel for 17 cedis coupled with e-levy anytime I want to do a transaction. And that did not create hardship. Paying 1 cedi for a liter of same fuel, but this time 11 cedis per liter and abolished e-levy will make me cry of hardship. Okay, but that's it. All right, same message. I say NPP. Now, make sure WhatsApp messaging so that Abawaduna is in common. Good afternoon. I'm Richie K from Abra. The fact is, Ghanaians don't want to hear anything like taxes. What brought about those debts at energy sector? Sometimes it's not the taxes we are paying, but how the collected revenues will be used to solve the supposed problem. We are even lucky NDC government has even told us. But my question is, I don't understand. What I don't understand is that this energy sector levies was a bill triggered by the previous government in November 2021. I actually don't know when it allowed in their regime, but this not a new tax. Okay, so ESLA is not from His Excellency Nana Addo Dankwa Akufo-Addo's era. It was introduced by this current administration one time or so. Mahama 1 administration introduced ESLA. If ESLA wasn't diverted by my people, but used to pay energy debt as originally intended, we may not be paying another tax today. When my people were diverting ESLA, they shut all of us up anytime we complained. I hear they are also complaining now from Nana. All right, so you're talking about ESLA being diverted. Kwamina, the NPP government should stop talking about talking because they took ESLA for collateral. So what do you want the current administration to find money to fuel the plant? So we have to pay 1 cedi, and some of the drivers are still taking the old fare. So they also keep quiet. Okay, Kojo from Tantri. All right, from positive change. Okay. Aside e-levy, we pay the following taxes without seeing any result from Nanado's government. 20 pesos levy on liter of petrol or diesel. 10 peso bola levy on liter of petrol or diesel. 18 pesos liter on levy on LPG. 30% increase energy sector levy. 11% increase in special petroleum tax. 200% increase in burst margin. 36% increase in Unified Petroleum Price Fund. Now, no NPP person should gaslight you. They were terrible in managing our resources. Regards to CEO of Mandy's skincare product inside Medina. All right. Patriotic voices go so and so. Lady Ewahadamas no Paris Suhum. Teacher Kudu Tiobodom. Okay, let me go to Teacher Kudu Tiobodom Adansi. NDC and their propaganda. Hey, President Mahama, why U10? Government is asking Parliament to pass a bill that will impose 1 Ghana levy on every liter of fuel purchased. It means that for every 12 Ghana cedis spent on fuel, government will tax 1 cedi. Bring export price of fuel more than 13 Ghana. Resetting a Yezu Dumso tax. All right. Ninsu Niza Ozzy Aba. Alright, Ebusha, we have exhausted much time. Remember our listeners with the opportunity to also come in. 0244408046, 0244408354. 0332097277, 0332097278. Minya also Ozi Ewaha. Good evening.
Good evening, Uncle Amina.
Dawood, just seconds, me too.
Uncle Amina, Madas. Uncle Amina, fair Ghana, he hold in MPP for MPP, over abandonment power tree. One child to copia, what ye Ghana, young for so long. Meta Wabe in under MPP government. Into John Draman Mahama, Bema Kukudrin, honor the Otia Dio, in there, Mawabe Biano, Benye Magana for Madame, economy was as only developing. Doom to now, while MPP would jail. Your mama back to Magana for your water. You were in the door, your mama no more. Madasi.
Maso Medasi, good evening.
What do you mean, Kwamna?
Questions, I'm in 10 seconds.
When the question is, Kwamna, I am the father of the same question between two Moyano. It be sent there. The living for so long with every tower, but they didn't even see the good check on it. That would have went to Moyana, the million was so. Because the money, Mamma, actually, teach a member of the men and say, what somewhere. I see, and that 5 months, I know about 65 million or bottle, and over the 5 million or bottle, and all the only 2 more days. Yet the president and you say, Papa, well, Papa, free and watch him. But what tell you what to wear is about the point. I go out to the 20 cities. And it's a good fuel. No one tell you one city was out to the oil that. But one of the time, I will be like with their lighter. Mr. William to do with that, one light with the day now. Well, I'm away for the book of once, you know.
MPP, what if you didn't light in Ghana?
The light was again how many months?
Okay.
What the light is for, was the light, was the food oil was again how many months? Well, why get all the 5 days simple? And so management, you know, what the second of that, the second one. The answer the count, and about the German Galaska.
To me is not part of the discussion now. Okay, sorry. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Appointment.
Yamiadumo Papa.
Marco Brata.
All right, Papa, you too.
Many anti-man say you are going there. Why the Latisi Yato? Next year, energy sector of account of Ami. What you mark there, about paying better. Now, so good. Previous administration, no. 1 hour year, tomorrow, energy board, no. Or what was it? Because Latin in the year is checked. Why there? Uncommon could check out. Now, Command Kawaba. Sir, Mahama Bay, such a PR. Previous administration will be or count off. In the Latin corporation, 1 corner donor, what the ones in the 2 petrol down. And people push 1,000. Abani, more than what serving them Latin corporation were bra. And I could follow now, but on charging for them a corner about the one. Don't be one button. After him, continue more. Also, my boo. That's it.
All right, Master Mudasi. Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir. All right, Chairman Dafaha. Me too.
I want on your door, my tire.
Oh, okay.
My tire.
Okay.
I just want everything in this show. Why this year, the inner oil this year, I call you this year, kind of question, I call you this year now. Those are for no use in other show. But it's so simple. I said, what's the other create the problem? I want to create the problem and that one. Yeah, once you create this today, solve. Say, a petrol. Yeah, fine. Say, at the first, what best will be that for sure. I don't a 55. So why I don't what to 1 city. It's a little one way in the city. Number 1 can Ghana from 1 wash or 1 with the soul in that. And what kind of man? Because if I'm the kind of college of all my wood, so these are the first 75, but this allow I don't know 55. It's your friend, fighting people of Abakawa. Or a problem too much.
On your problem.
I mean, come on, your problem. But your problem too much because before not to them.
All right. Okay.
Before not to the Dutch, young one, the bedrooms to bring there, all kind of India pumping, uncle pumping, a better need an increment, your friend, a waffle, but to be their own today. Obabo, Ghana for away. Maybe I was out to that day. You know what to issue from the source.
Okay.
And everyone, maybe.
But you know, affecting as Ghanaians. Since Chairman made us say.
Affected and about affected, but okay.
All right. But as Chairman, good evening. Yes, sir. All right. 10 seconds. Me too, Aban.
I'm coming to me. You are first class. I'm coming here. Young kind of crowd. I'd not never passed the first class. A man of the building, one family. I'm coming here. While Danny, you play a dying, I am watching it. The other from within it, Ubuchu can within it, or Ubuchi the Misfit. So I know that even though more MP to come coming, it didn't Ubuchi. Don't get a coupon for the credit. I know the new center on money and Yamboka. I got to be a one seater. You problem. But essentially, travel from Cotin. Once a one column review. Like we actually what one see about here. The old gun will be actualized. The old gun will be actualized.
But I say utility tariff were increasing recently. Into also not be able to review.
You can't come here, sir. Obayan, 150% being Kenyan when you were there. The old gun in the no, a dialogue for me.
All right. Okay, let us see. Abba, into you.
Brother. Michia and Tamansa.
Why you do?
Damaba cannot to the Biewa. Baby, I am no more wage. I mean, sure. Famina, yet to Ghana, and I've been away to Moko. All the PDS or the bay, I don't contain a woobie, only a one. Yet to Ghana, and I wasn't lazy. Why you taxes to be with the blue electricity tariff? What also the good petrol, though? I don't contain a 1 year, and we will check it to the cover. Shan. Why are you in there? I'm there. His Excellency John Dramani, ma'am, on pedal by your complaints, the way. On see, Mrs. Sondo, and our pedal catching in the day. Damn bread, obey you, I'm a yinala. Now, you're 2 minutes of movement. When you one of my papa, I don't know why you did that. Ah, Kumasi, I'm coming to see one wall, and you Kumasi woman of do solo or do. I'm walking for the me, I marry you the bay. I'm for the bayin. Or she and the Sadek. You will bossa at a crack. You will say that I'm a bossa walk at the jigging. I'm a drink and a what the yay on the convention. One tenants are walk a train and one was the band or what was all about crossing. Okay, sit down. It's a fancy John man, Mamma. Why not in there? On top of your complaints, the brave. It's say, oh, yeah, them no be ye. We are saying that you want to say, and I've been part of the bay.
Abba made us say, all right.
It's over there in church, local food.
Okay.
Now, you enemies here, Cassie. Because people in the
let us say, okay. Good evening. Hello, good evening. Hello, good evening. Okay, good evening. Efo. Christ and Adam Aqua, mean too.
I just want
if I have a one made in there.
I was a Japanese discussion and I am in a time. And this is I saw any papa of the uses in your back. And this is some of back and this is about did you? Manfra NDC. Mefra. Oh yeah. No. Mefra before any idea or what is going on, and we discuss a lot of issues. So why would you label him as NDC? I'm NDC. Come away. And after all, please don't go there. So address the issue and let's go forward, please. Okay. My brother. Some of Bacano, for me, no, on your middle. Because I buy a chair that is the breeze. It's a manata to what happened to let us see them. Maybe a debit. Asrapa, Abacat and a debit. It's the end to Lollipen. Do you have a can Abacat in a day? The yet to pay to 1 liter. That's 1 liter. It is pay to 1 gallon. A 4.5
latest. And then if you have 45, maybe I say to roll it. It is all from a vacation. A year shop, I am more here. Not saying a petrol way in that kind of way. I thought a break again. No, for the time of power. No, Yamano and all the data. That I want to gather one for you. One for you. You want to do what? You have got the data or the war, my nobler. But the village, man, carry more than the possibility. I say, increase the data jump for mine. But under the man, I never say,
all right. Let us see, Efo. Good evening.
Fantastic evening.
Aisha Khalifa.
The taxi driver.
All right.
This hour is the normal money by sharing for energy sector. No, I want to get some specifics here.
What's the cost of fuel? What the cost of fuel about power? Any energy generation?
Electricity generation. I want to add this. And to add the entire aspect now. Why don't they tag that aspect? Now more diverting our side, and they could show because. And that's the nation now. Finance minister, like I said, it will not reflect in the pump. No, I don't say it because on one person the chair you say any cost of production will be leveled against the final consumer, and this is basic economics. And then this cost of any cost of production will be leveled against the final consumer. So what is he saying? In fact, maybe I'm not money again. I'm not money again. Mama yet your person. Young Congo Syria. What are the ones in the air so they not come to tell us that it will not reflect. Where will it reflect? And to the one city. I can't a cost of a production why what have a home now. Definitely only the so name of GPRTU. For you need tax to develop Ghana. Name of Yakana and Ye. Let somebody work in the bar. I expect GPRTU who decrease our lot of to also interest it because we can also bear the cost. Get this way, the couldn't fast the sort of one child. Whatever we are buying, the same cost. And so, like Mama Tia, so, Master, I got it in quantity.
May I say, Aisha Khalifa, good evening. Hello, good evening. Oh, okay, good evening.
Good evening, yes, man.
Could you have a few of them too?
That's what I'm saying.
Yamiadum Pocha won't swear.
Oh, Yena, President Mama, order the idea of Pacosa, a NDC for almost 1 city a day. 1 city a 1 liter like that. So, the gallon is 4.5 liters. It is also 1 gallon. That's what they say. I ain't having that. So, now, definitely, the day when you school, I never have 5 gallons. So, I say, that's 5 gallons, and I'm more than 5 gallons. Let's cut it. Is in the say, I ain't or the actors. Obi ko di moko na wante no apeti fifla obi ko di moko na ye so e trinka e naika ye so go to e fese ngo tia ka then mama sisi tiela
okay
ana do so no o si ye tia e bills na akese nenya e de ade ye life ye tinya bi ye tia ye bi ya mi ana me boa
all right
can
you refer to me that say good evening
Uncle.
Yes sir
Uncle Simon
Papa
aba bi tira ndi jifu so why bana one pele waka na wotan bia wo pe watam ayeda hey aba din fi ye wo Ghana meyi ina wata akufa do edi yiri bi da aba won tasi wo ho no ma say ye e tempa nka tetewe ina sa wo aba ati dem ya me nya bi so fine e bi eso aba din tin na lighter sadu ma mo koto me peda wo di mis kam de kokoto esan edi ati ya ma sadu wan si sadu botulu yeah do petrol go what I say on to the ado e ba ti nyamado ati nyamado fine anya ya ati asan adan research adama hande yes for one city yes for to do na ke si sala a kire benal banu be touch we so yim ada che han me wa hen do ni so sa da we search na da ba che han na ya so ya da che ewa waka kan wasu mamman kan an wata biya wa plan one end to wa sam ya da
okay
kin do waka wasu wa sam ya da adu wa ne ye one team small gana for head one ka wasa aban papa agwa na ya aban gwan
let us say papa all right okay
ma uncle so no ya me
Nyamenka waso good evening. Hello, good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, sir.
Good evening.
Papa, nyame admo na wonso e.
Boko.
Okay.
Hey, go ha chia de mami ai.
All right.
Ni chia de papa. No Mr. Hey, macho 4 cities. Me na me de ma hodin ma bom me ho hodin bebre ma cha 4 cities na etire me si me nua me ho atire me cha wo ma me 1 city na me fa boy duma ma ye nye ho to ya pato ma bokro no
okay that be
pato ma bokro no
de bi o
nti se ye kaya no tuma obebo ayi ni
okay nti yanke na no ntimewa me da si papa. All right. Last caller. Good evening.
Good evening, Uncle Usman.
Yes, sir.
Captain Vanity Mori.
All right. Me too.
The Mumbo Abaro, Naminchi Ankapia. Uncle Usman, Popoto, why you Mohammed is now for education. Pocho, a Pelamu, a 17 and 16. Share, I am single Hogana for women get the moon and Dada Wado for Helu. Aban Papa Manzamal from 17, what would do 11 cities ever more? Space station 11 cities. That's a banana to Abaka Jane. Sister, I don't matter about 11 cities. What to 6 if you know? They hear the case at one city, the cook in a cow. Now, what's it then?
So, one city, one city is not on a gallon. Little be able to be a city.
Little as an American, and come on, gallon. Little as an American. Can't tell how what's it with the 11. He let me know about a book we are calling and also where he let me know what this can look like. But I walk on a campus a corner or good home. Where we have a corner good ha. What's a baby be a bayan to what would they would see a week about say about. Accident. Now, Papa, the meal way for better than we for.
All right.
If you put to look up for 17 at Apple cities, the year the case I know about young or I can one city.
Captain Medasi. Nyamenka waso. Mr. Said the MPP man that NDC government is very good to Ghanaians and Aban Papaba from Nyamransa branch chairman Eku Afol. Please, they will use it to pay for legacy debt, not to buy fuel to power generator. Mepocho, I am not misinforming anybody. Please, boss, you can also listen to the minister and read articles about the minister. I am not misinforming anybody. Yes, also what the bottle or a fuel to power generator. Also means what the butcher. That boss, I am misinforming the public, and that is not. I will not take that, boss. Respectfully, my pocho. Anything used as collateral to acquire a loan will be recovered after payment. So where is the ESLA after they finish paying the loan if they are sure they paid? All right. And then this one is good evening, Mr. Host. Is NPP still talking? So are they not ashamed of themselves? His Excellency John Dramani Mahama will work very hard to reset this country, to put his opponent to shame. It will see from Aidan. All right. So let me put this into perspective and into good AE. All right. Into boss, I say I am misinforming the public. Let me read this from the minister. Now you fancy. The Energy Minister John Jinapo says the recently introduced 1 Ghana cedi fuel levy is expected to generate between 5 billion and 6 billion to support the procurement of liquid fuel, but stress that the amount will still fall short of what is needed. And to boss, I say I'm misinforming the public in Portugal. The Energy Minister John Jinapo says the recently introduced 1 cedi fuel levy is expected to generate 5 and 6 billion US dollar to support the procurement of liquid fuel, but stressed that the amount will still fall short of what is needed. Speaking on the City Breakfast Show, the minister justified the levy as necessary intervention to address Ghana's mounting energy sector and ensure continuous fuel supply to power plants. I am not in any way misinforming the public. Also at my so Chairman, just 30 seconds now in fencing.
Yeah, Kwame. Sorry, Kwame now. Maybe something you there. And I be my argument to be there. That's a baby that might see energy sector. What's Sidana? What's it called? What's the cashier or friend and oil? Kwame now. I sometimes with Diminu and no men people your pa because the propaganda no too much. So them no obey Ghana for Bokoda punish one them. Kwame na wana no the cash waterfall mechanism the bagana. At the time I would in a parliamentary catch any day, they will never go to IMF. Is that not it? Our bear was in IMF. IMF came to our energy sector. And what did the minister say? EBay. Why a tariff what adjustment? In fact, I say quarterly, then we have to adjust our what do you call it? Yani our friend utility tariffs. In the Sierra Caden, that banana koto abaze utility tariffs. Now, young brother chef, IMF if you are we out? In Sabana continue, man, she has a tour. It is Yako home or I will, and that's the dimension is at all. Mamma, but Papa, it's a Casa Junidem. O man, Esla is a Casawa. A county to India and to Aqua Babosa can also discount British. Every better. Here, Diddy. Damn for one chow.
Let us say,
I'm for one chow.
Aziz. Also 10 seconds, Yanko.
Very well. There was today. What did she say? Would you go? Ma, what to tariffs? Senior, or bonus room, no record. Sometimes, you're trying to casa. It shouldn't be the young boy room, near casa. So, I can get a news agency. Wednesday, June 4th. I say IMF program blamed for cities decline. So I also sit here and say that IMF should to go on. Then the one yes, you know. Oh, senior, I can say.
All right, as is the first time I'm there. Our time is up. We are running out. I say the end there. See the strength now or the gain against. The dollar. It is but by we say IMF. That IMF policies now so we're implementing that on my again this one. May I say, Antimasa, Yanko.
Kwamna, issue in there. One Ghana sedition was to do as tax. Bibuni there on Yeska and Bibekada or your coin, but coin or Yeska.
Your coin,
and there's a coin to Azima, a chairs a crook can one, a chairs a crook can one. If you are funny that one city, all right. So to me there on year each man a bois because you should not autumn kitten or yama. My problem I always see saying the Sikana Yaro Jijino, any expectation or than
okay.
I won't know here.
All right.
Auto DBM education.
All right, no see here.
Education in here. We educate drivers, no, we educate the public.
May I say
to me at say, because since we hear young bro. About no here to me, Mufu and
Antimasa, may I say, baby? All right.
Sikana Wabaji, Yan Pedobe and confirm
wait, may I say. Bet influencers have been controlled the NBA. Men try betting now one quitting the one more the opportunity. Share your code with your loved ones, your followers, friends, and family. What try betting on your code and you earn 4%. On it and the engine baby I give betway. Also get way more. Damasuna I am maxed by the weekend reduction sales is about. From AC to oil fridges, Ninjano, Ebenya Biwabra Watito Bonodo, or Max Buy. Online purchasing at www.maxbuy.com.gh. For further enquiries, call 0544-019552 or 0594-091122. Game Park is the Game Park Cool Chop Abba, and they over 7,000 people we win 800,000 Ghana cedis. You can also be part of it. And just choose one number, play. You win cash bubruja. And I was saying, from 1st June, live draws for game for pick 1 and pick 4 go show on Adum TV again. Or you can also monitor from there. And you mokui ibinum kenyuna and yabesingwa also in asin yedi jumezi yazibro Ridge Royal Hotel Lonat Damaso and a High Sense Anointed Engineering Services Limited, winning our boy Emma Yazibro. Production team headed by Mr. Bernardo Go, Osman FKK, Black is training team on Facebook, then also on YouTube. This is the Kamine Suma Yensen Yami Adumochna for another version of Me Manhodo. Have a wonderful, good evening.